Keep on breathing while thinking about how people who cannot smother the police, cannot consume anxiety. Building security involves forgetting humanity. Stop loving. Ignore the fact that reimagine crime. Expect nature. Breathe deeply. Human thought is actually a reverberation caused by the nature of the mind of God. Remember how God once said, "Bedroom is a professional term for nuclear test site." Keep your eyes closed. To glorify pain means to give your body to idiots. Remember these words of wisdom: damned be the ancestor, for the ancestor lendeth a friend the neighbor, for no adult yet looked at his own next of kin, but not wrote a song about it and wrote a song about it. Existence is exactly like an art project. Free your sphincter. Breathe deeply. Madness is awkward. Meditate on how there's no way not to love your life. Remember that you are significant. The experience of being a father can be a lot similar to being in a car accident. Let yourself be guided by the age-old saying, "Behold the idle, for the idle annoyeth the servant." You're a taxidermist. Is human progress introverted? Force yourself to breathe with your consciousness. Work is to overcreate. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not walking around with an idea. Keep in mind the ancient saying, coffee can motivate you to control people. Notice the sensation of how your bones are focusing. Do not forget that home office does not mean what you think it means.
Okay, I think I'm all set up. A little transparent. Thanks, green screen. Ooh, hi, hot dog. Wow, that was a hop. You gonna lay in your spot, little buddy? I'm doing pretty good. How you doing tonight? Excited for the direct tomorrow? For everybody who wants Smash and Mario Maker to be disappointed? You gonna sit down, buddy, or are you just gonna look at me? He's gonna look at me. I got a little troll level I'm starting with, and you'll be right after that there, bud. Let's see. Are you ready to have this camera pointed at you, hot dog? And judge? Sideways-ishly? Are you going down or what? What are we doing here? How am I supposed to ruin the stream with cameras if you aren't going to sit down and be cute in a relatively stationary place? Hmm? I don't think he cares. I think he cares about me having too many cameras. Yeah, you know, it's Nintendo. Mario Maker doesn't seem like a holiday cycle game, so it's something they could just be like, by the way, this is ready. But I don't think they'd do that. But it also is the kind of game that might not get leaked. So maybe they will. It's hard to say. But, you know, it'd be dumb to get your hopes up. Smash does seem like a holiday cycle game they might want to talk about. Especially since they probably don't have Zelda or anything else in the hopper. Because I feel like they would have told us if they did. But who knows? It's been a really weird generation so far. Not today. 3D World Man Squisher. Oh, I'm going to be all in the way here. Let me hide the overlay here. Oh, and if we don't die, what do we do then? Does this do something? Alright. I mean... Now you have to kill me. Oh my god. Come on. Do. No, on camera. Go brace for the boobs. It would be funny. I'm not into soft locks, even if it's before PP1. But otherwise, the setup is funny. Especially after how lazy that one is. I still think it's worth killing the player. Glad I stayed put. Oops, didn't work. 3D World, doing 3D World stuff. No wonder it feels weird. I am playing on the preview of the stream I used to set up this display, not the actual game. Here we go. That's why I'm in the way of everything. Yikes. Alright, balls. Let's go over it. That's not too bad. Not doing that. Right? There's no way that's a trigger, yeah. Well, hanging fruit. Esports. Especially in 3D World, I feel like you don't need lazy stuff like, haha, you touch the 50 coins and you're gonna die. Unless you have a pretty good idea with it. Pretty good idea that isn't kaizo blocks over pit. But, you know, sometimes you need a little bit of filler. Oh, here we go. Sometimes people feel like they need a little bit of filler. I don't know, I played a pretty long one yesterday that just completely forewent all the, or pretty short, but multiple creators. Pretty medium. Good, healthy, medium length level. But shorter than I was expecting. Because they just didn't do any, you know, lazy stuff like, haha, 50 coin. And then we let it expire. Was that supposed to happen? I guess we'll just let it set itself up instead of hurt me. Huh. Unexpected outcome. Slightly less soft block. Still kind of feels like a soft block. He's not really moving much. Oh, I can move a little. Okay. Hot dog, you're over it? You didn't like that noise? See ya, buddy. Oh. Crazy contraptions? Yeah. Yeah. Kind of funny setup. I feel like when you're pulling the setup out like that, it's funnier if you then kill the player rather than make the player die like that. Like it's gonna go from silly to annoying real fast when it turns into an ante. Especially when it's an ante with no character or concept other than haha gotcha. Yeah. Fruit on the ground. Looking for some fruit in the tree here. Do I want that off? Oh man, a red blaster there is just the wrong choice. Especially if it's not covered one way or the other. Because I can't get a read on what state I want it in there. So dying repeatedly because I need to, I guess, be hastier just doesn't feel. What are you doing, buddy? What is that? Orange cat's being a little fucking weirdo. Weird. Even weirder. So is hitting the on-off at all the troll there? Is that the push there is the troll, or...? No, we do have to hit the on-off, yeah. So far what I'm getting is not a lot of trolls that feel decision-oriented or player autonomy focus, but rather bad thing happens to me and then I see the way forward. Coupled with bad thing happened to me, I see the way forward and oh, also it's hard or annoying or painful or difficult to do correctly. Now it'll flip it again and ruin it, so that's also a timing thing. Yeah, fuck you. I played something previously from this creator, but I do not recall my overall perspective on it. But player agency, being punished for making a decision rather than for not living inside of your head, feels better overall and lets silly things be funnier and feel less pointlessly cruel or toxic or stupid. Timing challenges really don't have a place in troll levels. Like, when your goal is to avoid player frustration, you need to avoid player frustration. Of course it goes and flips it. Yes, I could try the pipe too, but that feels like a trap. I feel like that doesn't work. Yeah. Yeah, usually I'm pretty forgiving with 3D World stuff, because it's so goofy and there's so much difficult to anticipate stuff. I'm gonna just Long jump. Yeah. Now, if the troll there is supposed to be long jump and get to you, you can make that feel more like player agency by indicating to long jump or not long jump, and then starting to set up some player expectations, some actual conditioning of, okay, I should trust the hints, or okay, I should not trust the hints. I don't think I'm getting to that pipe in time. This is funny. This would actually be really funny if I didn't smell it coming. Throwing that in there and then jumping and landing there for it to not switch is pretty funny. Annoying. Yeah, weird. That's just a power-up check, but I don't know how I would have the power-up in... Unless I was supposed to damage boost through there, but I don't know why I would do that either. So maybe I am supposed to damage boost with that guy? Or maybe I'm supposed to take damage on the icicle? It's hard to understand what the expectation is there. Floral flavor in my coffee that I do not like. Weird. One way or the other, it's my fault. 10 minutes or so? Yeah, no worries. We'll check when we get there, but also there's nothing else. I kind of feel like the slaughter was starting and it was working real good. Working real good, and then Mario Maker died some more and it got slow. We'll start a little later. Start a little bit after dinner and eat early again. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, I will keep dying. Okay. What else happens down there? I feel like we won't get through 2 donuts before we die, but maybe we will? We will. The bully is there. It's even weirder. I don't know why he wasn't there last time. So we do want to hit this, but then we want to rush over it. Yeah. Yeah, weird. Okay. Still can't figure out if I want to take damage here or not, because we can kill him. And it doesn't feel that cheesy. Yeah, whatever this setup is, doesn't seem to work right. That's what's supposed to happen. Okay. Yeah, that whole setup isn't working right. That whole setup is janky enough that it kind of falls apart here. I'm guessing the expectation of something like that we're supposed to throw it and that's supposed to happen, and then we have the visual gag of the expanding springs that push us in there. It's pretty funny. 3D World stacks being weird is always fun. Oh, I think I could actually make it to the... Oh, shit. I think I could actually make it to the pipe, and also, you can enter that with the switch in the wrong state if you book it too fast. And when you set up a timing challenge like that, players are going to book it too fast, and they are going to wind up there too early. Which is another reason not to put the expectation on the player to gotta go fast. they're going to go too fast. I want to test this again and see if it was supposed to always do that. Yeah, I think it is actually just a soft lock. I thought maybe there was a boo that we missed, considering the one later, but no, it does seem like you're actually opening with a soft lock. Yeah, it does not seem like there's a different interaction there, yeah. I was gonna say, opening with a soft lock sets a pretty bad tone, sets a bad expectation, I would say, of low quality, which, you know, isn't what you want somebody thinking about. I'm still gonna be looking. The first thing I'm thinking when I see stuff like this is, oh, low-hanging fruit, no matter what you open it with. But also, you do the same thing later, but make it not a soft lock. I feel like just do that. Like, it's the same gag. I think you can check for power-up state pretty easily just with a spawn block Bob-omb and Thwomp, that kind of thing. Oops, I forgot to tell my watch I was done exercising. Like 20 minutes, 30 minutes extra in there now. Ooh, Ludwig Frog. Thanks for dropping a level in the queue. We got one in front of you after this one. Or realistically, I give up on this one. So then, is this the patience that we do? No, that doesn't hit him if we do that. And we soft lock. Oh, God. Wait, in the land of soft locks, you own a lot of fucking property. God damn it. That was on purpose. And I know it's your V1 for playtesting and everything, but yeah, I would worry about that. Worry about some of those. Ludwig, how you doing tonight? You excited for the direct? I want Smash and I want Mario Maker 3, and I don't think I'm gonna get either. And you know, as a next course, I would take Mario or Zelda. You know, Odyssey 2 would be great, although I doubt it's gonna happen. Galaxy 3 I would take, but that's not gonna happen. Mario 40, Mario 35 is now 40. Hey, great, but leave it on forever. It's not gonna happen. Big Zelda? Maybe. I think that's the most likely thing. Pocket Zelda. A new Zelda 4-player experience that we don't know about. Okay, that pipe is not enterable. Now I know. Yeah, Smash. I feel like they could announce Smash for a holiday release. That feels like a really short hype cycle for something so big, but it also feels like a good idea generally. I feel like Smash is never not a good idea, and the earlier they get it, the better off we are, but Deluxe, if it there is. Oh yeah. You know, I honestly, there aren't a lot of games that I would say make them 120 Hz and ship it, and I will pay you for it. But 120 FPS better, networking better, online play Smash, well, who are we kidding? 120 FPS Smash that somehow has more lag. Probably the best we can hope for. But one thing, especially if you've been a Nintendo gamer for a long time or not a PC gamer, that doesn't stick out right away is that 120 FPS isn't just smoother motion, but 120 FPS is lower input latency, or should be lower input latency, in all cases. Esports. I honestly can't tell if you want me to kill that guy, or if I'm supposed to damage boost through him and then go over there and chuck this. And half the time he isn't there! This whole fucking setup right here is so fucking spastic. I don't know if my screen's being a little weird. Oh, did I turn HDR back on and I forgot? Okay, no, it's something with my screen. The red arrows are extra red for a second, and then it normalizes, and it feels like a fucking HDR effect. But it doesn't look like fucked up HDR on screen there. And I'm pretty sure I turned it off because their yeah, I turned it off because their HDR implementation is fucking shitballs. So let me just really quick here double check that my TV isn't misinterpreting the signal, because it's ticking me off a little. It's making the colors feel off. Nope, it's in regular. Yeah, it's in regular. It's in the fucking game mode thing. I don't know what that is. Punishment for leaving my TV in offline so that it doesn't update itself, and I noticed that it's been a year and it's time to hurt me for it. It could be something with a newer IP too, maybe a new Splatoon thing. I think it would be a good time for Splatoon 4. What did the release cadence look like for Splatoon 1, 2, and 3? Let's look at that. Splatoon games release dates. Chart. Give me a chart, little fucker. Okay, fine. I don't like the AI overview, but I think we can look at that. 2015, 2017, 2022. Yeah, I think oh no, they just announced that stupid spin-off. No, I don't think they're gonna announce or release Splatoon 4 anytime soon, if that's what they're doing. They're doing that spin-off. Oh god. What if it's an hour-long thing of like ARMS 2? New Super Mario Bros. 4K collection? Oh. I will kill myself. I will want to die so much if it's just... Okay, no, this feels cheesy. This feels cheesy enough that I probably shouldn't do it. So let's assume we're supposed to damage boost here. And then we can kind of jump and get through. Yeah, I feel like this is set up to catch every possible thing that you do, and the problem with that is that no matter what, actually figuring out what the correct thing to do here is just a fucking mess. Because there's kaizo blocks everywhere. Yeah. You really want to work hard on predicting what the player will do, and punishing that, rather than punishing every single thing the player could possibly. Oh. There's always some potential funny and surprise something comes out of a pipe, but the more distance you have between the player and the thing coming out of the pipe that they can't react to, the better. That's a better place to deathlock the player than just kill them quickly, if possible. But I also think I'm kind of primed to be annoyed at this point. Oh shit, we didn't flip the switch. Yeah, we can still make it, but now everything else is going to be broken too, because you put me in a position where you're forcing me to rush, and sometimes I'm going faster than the level has taken account of. And now we're in trouble. Now everything's broken. Oh, and I'm deathlocked. Esports. Hi, crackers. Mario Wonder 2 seems safe and easy, and if Mario Wonder is the new soup, like, fuck yeah, man. That's the fucking wish on the monkey's paw where I'm just like, yeah, no, you know what? That's fine. That's absolutely fine. I sure would love new 2D Mario stuff, but Wonder is a great engine. It was really fun, and more content in that engine would just be delightful. It's a good sign for Mario Maker when it eventually comes. Hi, crackers. Mario Wonder also feels like a bad choice for, sit down, buddy. For, Deluxe or 4K treatment. 4K Ultra Mushroom HD. Yeah, that has to be correct. Oops. Okay. I think we can trigger that. Yeah, we can trigger that and kill that guy. I don't know if that's actually the solve that you want, though. So you might want something else that the player can pick up. And, like, a little tweak here is, instead of a POW that we can pick up and throw or roll into, a spring is something we could pick up that I think would also block him. And a spring, I'm pretty sure we can't walk through a spring, so all you'd have to do is have that player get pushed backwards because they're holding the spring or something, and then just get dropped somewhere where they're covered, or spawn block a donut block. There's all kinds of things you can do, like put the player in a more visually entertaining situation, and then they deal with it and then have to kill themselves. And they look at it and then they kill themselves. Don't drop a mushroom down there. Baffling. I fear that you want me to grab it and go, and I feel like that is something we are going to struggle doing quickly. But let's try it and see. I assumed I was supposed to just skip it and something would kill the Dipsqueak. Shut up. We haven't even seen the first checkpoint yet. This is way too much shit on the way to the first checkpoint. Okay. Can we jump? Oh, we can jump. That's so awkward. Move the skip squeak, dude. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna finish it. I wouldn't hold your breath, but yeah, you give me a minute. I want to see how far we are, at least to the first checkpoint. Man, does this feel like just a lot. I literally have a soft spot for 3D World stuff to the point where I've had people tell me, like, you're too nice on some of the 3D World stuff, because it's goofy. We've been seeing more of it, which maybe tempers that. But man, does it feel like it is just almost entirely just like, oof, lazy and tight stuff. And then with some of the okay ideas, like this could be okay, but then it's so oh my god. Never mind, that's enough. That's enough. I honestly have no idea what I'm supposed to do there. Oh wait, maybe I'm supposed to pull the POW back. We'll try that. But that's another one where there's so many bad choices. There's so many wrong options. In all cases, the player should do the wrong thing and then know what the right thing is. And if you can't make that clear for the player, you can at least make it a little simpler for the player. You can do a mushroom and then put in a mushroom check for later, so the player has the opportunity to observe what happens after, but still needs the mushroom to continue. You can do stuff like that that takes the burden off of the death there for the player to just kind of wonder what they were supposed to do. But man, what a mess that is. What a mess that setup, this whole setup is. Okay. I'm gonna try going backwards, but I feel like he's probably got wings. Okay, no, he doesn't. Ugh. But again, if I had a mushroom, I would have seen that clearly. And you could do a mushroom check later, and then we wouldn't have to worry about it. Instead, I'm in this situation where nothing I've done so far has made it clear what the actual threat is here, what I'm dealing with. And then I threw it too close and I get punished, or what? In row left. Row left. Flip the switch the other way. Yeah, that's enough. Yeah, what I'm having trouble with, what I'm not gelling with at all here is that like this we finally get kind of a hint. I don't think hints are the best way to communicate, but it's better than nothing. And the hint is after all of that struggle, oh, by the way, you did it wrong and had to do something that there was no reason to think you had to do it. Lazy. Yeah. 3D World's different. It's hard to work with. What did I think of the other ones? It's probably not still up. 3D World's different. It's a little harder to work with. But I think the overall... Oh, no, I did not like previous. Overall, advice there, the general advice of play more trolls to help understand trolls works good for 3D World. Is play 3D World stuff to understand what people are doing in 3D World. But yeah, it was low-hanging fruit, and it was a ton of, like, I had to pick every compass direction before learning that the direction wasn't on the compass. Every single time. Every single thing was threatening in ways that I couldn't expect after falling for it, or difficult in ways that I do not think is appropriate after falling for it. Unfortunate. And softlocks. Next. Sagoma, you still there? Well, you want me to postpone you? It's fucking 2 of you, so it's not the end of the world. Otherwise, Ludwig, you there? Is nobody there? Is everybody gone? Am I alone? Ludwig, let's give him a postpone here. Thanks for your patience. Yeah, I used to stream really early. Then I used to stream really late, and then I switched to this, like... What's wrong with you, buddy? This kind of middle-of-the-road spot, and it feels like late might be... I don't know. I don't know what the good idea is. I feel like Mario Maker is slowing down a little bit. 848. FD0. XSG. Which is too bad. Bob Z34. What do you want me to take a look at here, Bob? That chain chomp is pretty good. Oh, they're all pretty good, yeah. Yeah. Putting some work in for the pixel art here. That chomp sticks out though. Yeah. Good job. Good job with just the black. The flat black for the black body. You want me to take a look at something specific here? Oh, I forgot to hit next. How we do it. Otherwise, I'm going to pick one. Sports. Looks like you're putting together Super World. A little heartbreaking on the Super World stuff that nobody will get to see any of the fucking pixel art. And sometimes you can work it into the... You can work it into the level a little bit, right? No response? No response? We're going to look at Chain Chomp. Sometimes you can work it into the level by having the player visit it, but that still doesn't have the same impact because it's harder to read when it's stretched out. Dang, what are you doing here? We're just going up. Yeah, I think it might be time to really clear out the downloads and then start taking time when I see any posts in Carl's level pile, any posts anywhere, and just start collecting stuff to respond to. At the very least, if viewer levels aren't going to work for now, God, I hope they announce Mario Maker 3. If for no reason other than it'll breathe a lot of life into Mario Maker 2. Oh, how fucked am I? Hopefully not maximum. That looks important. We'll see. I was going to say, you can do stuff with springs to make chomps really consistent, but you did that. You did that with a weird little spacing thing that I have not seen before. That gives you a really consistent... Oh, let me unhide myself. Really consistent, one-way jump with that swamp there, or with the chain chomp. That's pretty nice. I like that. Wow, that one's more aggressive. Lesson learned. Did I play the wrong thing? Did I postpone and go to the wrong one? That's why. That's why Ludwig was not saying anything. I postponed, and then I pulled up the wrong maker ID, didn't I? Yes, yes, I did. Sorry about that, Mr. Frog. We'll loop back around here in a sec. 2 people in line, and I get the order wrong. Look, I looked at the code on the screen, and I typed it. That's what I did. And then I typed the wrong one. Yeah, I did. Yeah, that can be one of the most frustrating things in a chain jump focus level. No consistency in their actions, no power-ups, and then just too many. And then all of a sudden you have just dice roll. I did it again. I hope there's a reset for that if that ends up being vital. Let's see when we get there, I guess. Okay. Fucking Goofy has coins. That's fine. Doesn't hurt anything. Okay, there's the P-switch. Oh, good, and he's gone. That's nice. Because I'm gonna screw it up over and over. That's a red coin. Oh, okay, so probably optional crew ending type thing. Glad it's all reusable. You know, if you made the one of the easiest ways to make a reset door, if you have pipes for it, is to just, like, make any pipe anywhere that isn't enterable. Like, this P-switch pipe could be enterable and go nowhere. Like, and literally just go to a wall, or it can go to the pixel art the player otherwise can't see. But pop them back out on the other side, and then boom, instant reset door. They don't have to be able to get to anything on the other side. Just going in the pipe will reset the room. Hey, Yimmy, thanks for dropping a level in the queue there. Super World, how you doing tonight? It's not a huge deal. It's not like it ruins it or anything. But, it's a pretty easy thing to set up that can, enhance the quality a little bit for people who do want to get it, especially because in a Super World you can't try the level again when you realize there's a true ending. Guys coming? There we go. These always feel so friggin' janky when they're this big, but also it's big enough to play with a little bit. To not feel like you're getting squeezed off, as long as you don't go crazy with stuff. Hey, hey. No, the pipe won't reset the P-switch timer. The pipe will reset the, any blocks with vines in them are always reset when the room reloads, either through a door or a pipe. So that will allow that block with the vine in it to function if the player goes in and goes back out. Okay. Thing. Boop, boop. Yeah, no worries. No, actually, Steve did a video on it, and then I think Panga just whole-ass lifted the whole concept into a level. But you can, if you go in a pipe and then go immediately back out of it, it will advance. Like, if you go in a pipe and come out of it, and I think it advances a P-switch timer 1 frame. But it does not invalidate the piece. Let's go back. Okay, yeah. I keep screwing this up a little bit on what we're doing with that. And I'm really glad that it isn't scraping me off like a fucking snail when that happens. Yeah, there's enough length in that it's not just throwing me out every time. There's the P-switches. They're keeping the P-switches going. Good. Cute. Yeah, good stuff. Made sure the chain chomps don't despawn using blue platforms. Yeah, it all worked pretty well. Yeah, it all worked good. I haven't seen anybody do anything with, like a mole train like that in a while. Wow. And usually when I see it, it's really janky. The last one I can think of was like a weird, huge blowy Joey tower. Okay, he can't reach me. He's just gonna be down there and be threatening. Cute. And a level that uses that to make it last 3 hours. Yeah, that was the level. It was probably Penga's level. See, I don't think Steve actually uploaded it because he's not a monster. I really wish Steve still made Mario Maker stuff. That was the only thing that made me want to make levels, was Steve making videos about cool ideas that didn't flesh out the ideas, and then you immediately want to play with it, and then boom, you're making a level. And that's it. Going to look. Oh, it was a 30 coin. Yeah, good stuff. Very cute little traditional level, sticking really hard to a concise theme with a good iteration in the middle there, with something that you still incorporated the thwomps into while doing something a little different. That was really fun. Yeah, well thought out. Very good stuff. Very good stuff. He did not, but someone else published a similar version of the level that only lasted 30 minutes. Isn't that a good lesson in some things aren't worth your time, and it's never worth your time if it hurts other people like that. Jumper TF. Jumper the fuck? Let's say TF and not think the fuck. Thanks for dropping a level in there. We got a couple in front of you. Yeah, really good stuff though. Yeah, really too bad that you don't see the... Because it looks like it's for Super World. Really too bad you don't get to see the title cards in Super Worlds. Really wish they had done something about Super Worlds at some point. Dazzle for you, thanks for dropping a level in there. What in the hell is that icon? Z Event 2025. That's a heart. I thought it was a strawberry. Green strawberry, but it's a green heart, which is arguably weirder. Did I hit next? I did. Can't read. Tagoma, we just did yours. Because I'm really bad at reading, so one more. There we go. Ludwig, thank you for your patience yet again. Watch as I do things in the right order now. 7B6. BDF. Yeah, it would be really nice. It would be really nice just in general if we had better support for Super Worlds, and that at some point they had updated it to allow swapping in levels when you need to update stuff, huh? Oh, Mr. Rawr, with the ability to actually see descriptions and all that stuff. Like, there's so much that they could have done that would have just been exceptionally helpful. Descriptions really pisses me off because you can see descriptions in the single-player game on each of the levels. Esport. Like, it's clearly built around that as a concept, and then they just didn't do it. They didn't do it in the main game for some reason. I got the Z Event 2025. What is the Z Event? At it, Twitch things. Search Google for Z Event. The Z Event is a francophone charity project created by Adrian Nougaret and Alexandra Daiquiri. Daiquiri? Daiquiri? What is francophone in this concept? In this concept? In this context, mouth. French speaking charity. Okay. Pickle. Do you also get a pickle for that charity? No, that's an unrelated pickle. All right, let's take a peek. Tagoma, thanks for dropping that back in there. We'll loop back around. A couple more in there. Yeah, it seems like it takes about an hour and then it picks up. Maybe I just need to start like an hour later. Actually, if I started about now instead of an hour earlier, I could get my dinner in. An early dinner I don't mind at all. It was tough when I was trying to start to eat dinner when I was trying to start at 4, and then 4:30, and then 5:30. And I just kind of gave up on it. At 6:30, I can make that. Oh my god, really? Oh, there's 2. Okay. Well, it's better than I was. That's good. Good god. You're just making me ride on the one, facing up one. What made me sad. There we go. Mushroom. Yeah, mandatory damage boost in an otherwise traditional level can feel pretty bad. But no, that wasn't too bad. There's another mushroom somewhere. Okay. It's always frustrating when you get to the... Well, we'll see when we get back to it. It's frustrating when you get to a checkpoint, you kick the checkpoint, you get a mushroom, and then you die. And now, we don't have the mushroom. Now we're in a much worse position and have to go through all this without a mushroom. A lot of ways to cover it. Usually the easiest is to just put a mushroom by the checkpoint. Or if you want to go real traditional with it, give the player a mushroom that they have to do just a tiny bit of work for. There's something. The next checkpoint, which, once again, has a mushroom underneath it that's unreachable. Is that really what you're doing for all of these? Because there definitely isn't an extra mushroom up here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you could not see those. Yeah, the gray background against the gray fire shooty thing. Oops. I grabbed it instead of hitting it. I think I could just hit it. Yeah, it looks like we're close enough to the munchers. But yeah, I like that rainbow Yoshi. Yeah, it's rough to start at the checkpoint in a traditional level or otherwise. A level where you give the player a mushroom one way or the other to be in a worse place from the checkpoint than we are if we made it past the checkpoint without taking damage. I'm glad that 2 different fire cycles are used here. If you did not use 2 different fire cycles, I would not know when the ghost is about to get fire. That's my fault. There we go. There's the key. Yeah. Yeah, you know. It's a good effort for a custom boss. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, if anything, I would say, give the player a mushroom that they can grab, on the way through the, from each checkpoint that's in front of them, so that they don't have to backtrack or so that it's not impossible, just so that the difficulty doesn't spike if you're failing, rather than, go down. That's usually the idea, kind of, with checkpoints. Nintendo likes to give you a checkpoint, like a checkpoint mushroom that you have to work for a little bit, that's a little out of the way, but I also think that's perfectly fine to just drop it on the player. Just plop it right there, right on top of the checkpoint so they get it right away. Or it can be right in the door on the other side and then the player immediately grabs it. Boss fight wasn't demanding enough to say we need more power-ups or anything like that, but, you know, it never hurts. Yeah, nothing felt too difficult or too problematic besides that. That was really the only thing that seems like it might be worth poking, going back for. Esports. Yeah, vertical climb segment was nice. Symmetry was nice. Wasn't too difficult to deal with. There was a power up at the end of it. Rather, yeah, just power up choices were weird. But overall pretty decent. Yimmy, let's see what you got. Out of the level I would run into in Endless, and I would not be mad. I would not be extremely happy. I would not be like, you know what, I want to go check that person's profile for more levels. But I would be like, I'm glad that was not a Timmy level. We're continuing from here, right? That's, yeah, it was the maker code. I'm sure that's what you want to do. Moving forward. Castle. Yeah, no other optional path here. Castle, and then optional level, and then big castle. Fort? I guess we would call it a fort, but it's a Super Mario World castle-looking tile, so I feel like it's a castle. Did not read anything. Trolls in Count's Castle. That's a pretty good start. You really don't need the mole there. I don't think the mole does anything. I'm glad he's there. Yeah, there's no way Actually, I think you might be able to get over that. Although I still don't feel like you need them all. I'm really glad he's there. Yeah, I'm glad he's there. Oh, I might have learned something early. We're gonna forget that for now. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, I think we learned something early with that pipe anyway, but we'll continue. We'll continue along this path until you tell me. My input reader is still broken, by the way, so mostly it's just gonna randomly show buttons I have recently pushed. Wow. Oh my god. Oh. Look, I don't want to have to do pipes versus doors. There's enough of a fall that you can see it coming, kind of. Oh my god. And then you do it again. Ugh. Like, it's not as bad as, like, killing me right under the door. Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. I'm just traumatized. Damage boost into there? Oh, okay, that was wrong. Did it. I found a safe place to live. Oh! Didn't see that last time. Were we going too fast for that to land? Or too slow for that to land? Weird. Yeah, I don't know how we scooted past that every other time, but... Okay. I'm gonna damage boost. Damage boost back? Yeah, gotta be. I was literally thinking, wait, how many of these can I get in Super World? Is this a super nice way to just let me fill up? And then it just stops dispensing after 3. Nintendo, why? Why are you like this, Nintendo? I did it to myself. Who at Nintendo... Man, who the fuck at Nintendo was like, no, we want to make sure they don't get more than 3 lives in a stretch. Too many lives is bad. Bad for Super Worlds. Oops, I forgot to hold right. It's going to be a little bit of a forgetting trap. It's long enough that you have a sec. Same with the beginning. There's... Oh, that's what's supposed to happen, right? That's the thing. He's supposed to be obscured by the thwomp. Yeah, he's supposed to be obscured by the thwomp. Oh. That's too bad. That's too bad that didn't work the first time. Because just dying to what appears to be an actually sideways, like a 90-degree rotated thwomp, it's really goddamn funny. Aww. Nintendo, yeah, Nintendo is the great arbiter of fun. Nintendo wants the first and last word on what's fun, and if you do not have fun correctly, oh, well, they get you. Huh. Hey, will Charlie, you're Kirks. Yeah, we're doing that. Somebody got really mad about it yesterday. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it does look like it's pretty consistent if we go there quickly. I guess it's too bad for me. It's too bad for me I didn't get it the first time. Oh, that is a great setup. Yeah, that's fucking great. Maybe we gotta go back and see it one more time. So now we do this. And then we plan to head in, right? To the P-switch door. I don't understand the arrows back there, what those are telling me, so I'm just gonna move forward here. No way I wanted this, right? What? I see now where I am. Oh, okay, wait. Was that correct? Because I feel like, that's what the player is likely to do, but I did not understand immediately that I was going back into the same door. You just want me to buffer up here? Oh my god. This this honestly might be the most, like, the simplest anxiety setup I've ever seen. It's taking away the buffering up input on the door and making me hit a switch for question mark. Well, let's see what's in the hole. God damn it. I still prefer this to a stupid anti-stop light. Is that supposed to be a hint for me to partially hit the on-off? No, I think it's just to hold left after I hit the on-off. Nintendo is indeed anti-fun, yeah. Oh. They're just certain they know. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the fish is a little visible, but it's still pretty funny. They are certain they know the right way to have fun, and that they should be in charge of it. And they're wrong. Oh, I'm gonna forget that one a lot. Yeah, Yimmy, you missed it earlier, but we had a bad time with the first troll level I took a look at. So, man, you can make a lot of mistakes here and still look real good by comparison. They had some okay ideas, but it was absolutely drowning in poor execution and, like, excess cruelty. Catching every single thing the player might do to the point where it was a mess. Okay. Yeah, just damage boost and then go back. That's what we're doing. Don't... Oh, actually, we might be able to just land there, but I think that block is pushing me to not do that. Should stop and get these. Okay, let me go back. He comes either way. He comes either way, so we just are going for the P door. Yeah, just keep forgetting and then just barely catching it, so the spacing is on point for usually helping me avoid the forgetting. And then go back. Yeah, I think if we lay in there, that block will crush us or push us into the hole. Oh, I am doing it right, and I'm missing only a very minor troll. Then we'll just jump over and then go down. Yeah. Not sure what lesson I learned in here other than maybe don't wait out the P-switch. No, it's blue either way. I don't think it matters. Yeah, I don't think it matters. We rush that doesn't break, right? Yeah, this is so simple. The switch flip is obvious, but it's still pretty funny how much anxiety this immediately gives me. I don't like that it's in, like, the upper corner of the room either. Hey, who? Aw. They do. You can go use your channel points, but Casey will get mad at you. Yeah, she'll get there. She'll get there before she's done with work, or when they're done with work. I think Thursdays they just work a little later. Okay, switch flip and go back. Okay, we're good. Heidi's just gonna give them hand treats. Cute. This is cute. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Okay, thank God. I was gonna say, if you're gonna draw, like, a cute castle like this, if you're gonna make a really cute little checkpoint room, don't be horrible to me when I get up there. God damn it!
Hulking around, like, waiting.
They are. But yeah, do that whenever you want. Now they're all up on the green screen getting in the way of the level, like everybody wants. Yeah. Yeah, he's a little transparent, but who isn't these days? Really? Heidi is telling me that she needs to bring earplugs to dog sitting because she doesn't like hearing the dog lick itself. Yeah. So you should be telling that to your doctor so that you get diagnosed. So that you get diagnosed. probably just me. Not really, though, right? Not really, though? There wasn't a troll? Oh, okay. Look, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. That's what it is. Oh. Oh god, can you, if you're gonna do You Tried, can you do like a bad star? You could definitely draw a bad star way down. And if the top of like a badly drawn star is sticking out in like coins or something, the player is much more likely to, well, they are more likely to investigate it, but they might get annoyed if it was coins. Did tried. There is nothing else over there. Okay. Let's go look the other way. Mean. I did yeet. I did YOLO. Are we really just going back? Is that what we're doing? Oh, we're going in this pipe that I didn't pay attention to. Ignore me. Oh man, this is a good one. Yimmy, why is this hiding so deep? Wait, Yimmy, are these roughly chronologically older to newer? In the structure of the level? I mean, I guess that's the best possible experience. I don't know. Yeah, I guess you're polishing the older ones too. That's still probably the best way to set it up for stuff that's new versus... Fine. Wow. Hang on. Hang on. You can actually see my That was weird. Is that glitching visual for you guys? Or was that just a weird startup for the transparent app? You can literally see his weird cyst that has healed now, but looks weird in the overhead cam. That's funny. Oh, thanks, Sisty Boy. Oh, it's pointing it at me. And Pud is just... Oh, Pud. Half the day looking like he wants to murder me, and the other half the day looking like he wants me to kiss him. Sexually. I'm not doing, because he's a cat. I do wish he would stop being so weird. Oh, that's timing unrelated to the Oh, that's so weird. Why is there so much there that I can't... So weird. Okay. Fine. Yeah, I feel like it would be so easy for Nintendo to, give us better options for emergent gameplay and alternative definitions of fun. O-levels are a big one. There's an enormous... You know, run-on gags are funnier the bigger the distances between them, but that said, that one is just good. The execution there was as what I would have liked in the... Ooh, close. In the first one, so I'm really glad. Really glad we came back. Really glad we came back to it. Oh, and I sat there. Oh, you're back? Well, you missed it. We've been having a good time so far. This level kind of sucks. What's wrong with you? Oh, we don't get to see what it was. There's probably a fish again. Yeah, no, we've been really liking what we're doing here. Very good little setups that are all working really well on their own, working well together. Hey. Mostly just a sniper swamp. Yeah, it's been good. It's been real good. Maybe everything's just been lining up exactly right and we're not falling into the wrong things. Oops. Maybe silly is what I meant? Yeah, silly's good. I feel like silly is one of the kind of guiding lights in troll levels that maybe doesn't get honed in on. Well, let's see. Let's see what the guide says. Esports. Browser. Silly. 1 of 1. It appears one time in the guide. Yump. A silly way of saying jump. It appears only in definitions. Yeah, we can see him making little Lion King noises. Hi, hot dog. But I do feel like silliness is definitely. Oh, here he is. He's not on camera. Oh, you're walking around. Just her hand. The cat's better than the hand. Oops. Yeah, this one's been really funny. Yeah, I feel like silliness is one of the best possible punchlines you can come up that you can land on with troll levels, and letting stuff be. I think that's one of the reasons why I am endeared to 3D World levels, and why I think I tend to be pretty gentle on 3D World levels, is because it's so much easier to do silly stuff in alternative physics engine. That just is. Okay, I don't think that moves until we move over there. That's just inherently funny to see. That's just visually entertaining to see. And even if that's the only thing it is that you see it and it's goofy and you're like, okay, it doesn't kill you, it doesn't harm you or anything, it still feels like a good troll. It still feels like a funny setup. Then just get out? Ooh. I hope nothing flips that while we're over there. But walk around with him for a little bit before you leave. Hot dog really likes when Heidi holds him and walks around with him. Off-screen swamp action, yeah, a little bit of a sniper swamp. Oh, you do. You do cover the you do cover that in case. Well, maybe that's something else, but it does seem like that was there in case we somehow got soft locked. Don't seem like there's anything else in here, so. Not enterable? Yeah, okay. Good luck with your dogs. Bye. What is that smell again? Maybe. Yeah, it is. Yeah, don't do that anymore. That smells like BO, and it leaves a BO smell in the air. No, I don't like it. Or use something else after. It smells bad. It smells like BO. No, it's really weird. It's like an old sweat smell. Really weird. Bye! Okay, after all that distraction, women are a distraction. He's gone now. Now it's Mario Maker time. No mercy? No mercy? We stood still for a long time. Hope there's a mercy mechanic, because this seems pretty annoying. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I feel like it's always worth. It didn't take that long. Hopefully, we don't go back into it. But there is always somebody who just can't get it. So we just wait. I think we just wait. We wait and then we hold right. Yeah, fake it never hurts. I feel like it can't ever hurt. No matter what your design goals are, or how much you agree or disagree that, like, blah blah, or people should suffer, or whatever it is, I just feel like there should be a limit to the suffering. If only because... Aw, I waited just to see. I didn't even try the pipe. I figured pushing me into the pipe was gonna be the gag. If only for... Like, if only specifically for the posterity of, like... If everybody does pities all the time, if we eventually, like, were able to get to that point, then nobody... We would be much less likely to have terrible 8-minute-long antis that are just awful. Even the people who are doing that would still be like, well, I should still put in a pity, though. Everybody does a pity. Not enterable. Okay, I got it. We did, yeah, we got... I one-shot the coins over here, and then I was like, well, what was the fuck-up? And then we went down there, and then, yeah, it's probably worth going back to the VOD. Because we covered both sides. I was sad that this over here didn't have a badly drawn star next to it, because I feel like that's such a part of the, like, the "you tried" meme, to have a asymmetrical, shittily drawn star, and we did the YOLO over there. Oops. We can go this way. Yeah, it might be worth going back. I didn't have strong, I don't think I had much criticism on the way through, except for that the door fall was right on the edge of acceptable, but we were mostly catching it. It was at least considered enough that we were mostly able to not forget it once we went through the door and started falling. Did the camera just do something weird? It looked really weird in my peripheral. I don't think I know that meme. Ah. Well, it says "you tried," and then there's a star, but it's not drawn well. And it's definitely one of those ones that, like, reached the Twitter sphere into, like, normie land, because my sister, my teacher, my very normie sister has, like, stickers of it for kids. And I've seen pins of it on Amazon. Touch it, and then get out. That fish dies. Oh, wow. Was there really? Okay. I was gonna say, there's not really a don't or wait out the P-switch punishment there. That would make me mad. I guess we'll see next esports next time. Aww. Oh. That's what I asked about, I think a little bit before you came back. Oops. Wait, am I fine? Oh. If these are in a reverse chronological order, if as we proceed through the super world more and more, if they're newer and newer levels generally, this feels very modern. I would say this feels very modern. I was fine. I was not. This level is not modern? Well, it is good. I like this era. Let's see what this does. Don't hurt me. Okay, nothing hurts me for it. That's good. That's good. I was worried there might be some nonsense there, but it doesn't seem to matter. Oh, it was hold right. And that feels on meta. That feels like modern on meta. To set up like a fake hold right troll that's just like a lazy crush. What was in the pipe? Oops. The world is mixed eras. No, I'm sure some of it is that we started with a really rough level. The pipe is not enterable at all, and holding right was fine. Oh, that's even better. There wasn't like a timing component or anything. That's what I was harping on in the first level too, is you don't need to catch every mistake, because you can figure out what the most likely mistake is, and it's standing still to see what happens and getting crushed and feeling stupid. Uh-oh. Can I? Okay, I can't jump over it. My first instinct was to jump over it, and I caught myself and was like, oh, that might soft lock me, but wait. Can I, though? Red pipe? I'm looking for red pipe. There it is. I was looking for it. I was looking for it. I knew it had to be there, but it wasn't. Okay. What are we doing here? Okay, I think I see what we're doing. Yeah, I see it. I don't love it, but I see it. Well, I went in there. It looks like there are 2 entrances into it, so I think you covered the spread. Oh, I don't like the jank. I do not like the jank of boat coasters and how weird they are on your momentum. Like, even if you're pretty good at tough platforming, it's still one of those things that's really awkward. For me, I fuck it up terribly, constantly. Especially when there's a conveyor belt right there. Yeah. There we go. Oh, something stupid up there. Yeah, pity, again, that's why pity is always nice. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Conveyor belt, I feel like, is an unnecessary component of what we're doing here. Yeah. I feel like the conveyor belt makes it a lot worse. But that's another reason why a pity is great, because if there's a pity, I feel like horrible platforming challenges are more excusable if I have a way to opt out of it. Back in the hole. Yeah, I think some people just don't struggle with momentum. They will crush me to death. Okay, I think I know what to do there. I think we'll just take the hit, we'll go back and get hit. And then we'll just run. And then we'll die. Running low on smart. Oh, I should be grabbing those mushrooms. I see the indicator for have mushroom. I get that. Maybe I need to get in there faster so that the, Oh, I see. The one-ways there are so that I can do this and break that. I thought the icicle was going to break the block, but I wasn't getting there fast enough. So then I started trying to sprint for the, icicle to break the block, but it's the wrong icicle. Well, and ducking my way through there seemed unlikely to be correct because I knew the red pipe was there, and I didn't read out the one-way there right away. I didn't put 2 and 2 together with the one-way until it was too late. I wonder if an icicle breaking the block would work better and potentially be less confusing, because then we're just taking damage and going through one way or the other. There aren't a lot of other ways to be wrong. I see that one. I can see that. It's facing to the right, I'm pretty sure. Ah. Oh yeah, yeah. I wonder if smoother execution there would just be run through damage, like a saw blade. You're cutting through one way or the other to push through. Maybe that would end up being visually confusing too. And then relying on the icicle to break the block or the blocks in there. I don't know. Bud. Thought I had it. Thought I had the right idea. Maybe we're... Okay, I think we're just gonna dial back. I think you're the only person to ever get confused there. Some people just want me to feel dumb. Okay, yeah, no, we're just booking it. Not necessary to stand still or dodge the fish. That's good. Would have been awkward. You can just grab them and go, and then we're good. I figured it couldn't just be that. It had to be something else. Esports. Yep, there it is. The end of the castle. Well, I could check in that hole, but I'm not gonna. Because there's a saw blade. Oh, I may have needed that. Yeah, not, you have to be nice to me because I'm dumb. You know, I'm dumb. Some of us are dumb. But also, before I started pulling stuff out of the library and playing stuff from established creators and having, like, the viewer levels thing, when I was looking for troll levels, I would pull them out of curated trolls. And, man, one thing that can be pretty frustrating is if you have no idea how to get through something, and you can't easily find a playthrough of it, you can't find any information, and there's no Discord. Oh, there's something weird with my capture card today. There's no Discord associated with the person or anything, so you're just stuck. You're just stuck in some level that seems otherwise good and you have no idea what to do. So even if I'm the only one who appears to be dumb, it's still useful information for the idiot trying to play the level years from now out of some pile, out in open course world or some other weird little pile. So we're just gonna... Where did that mushroom come from? Where did that mushroom come from? Did you teleport that mushroom? Do those play one beat of, the boss music? They do. No, I get that. That's also why I settled... I see another half of a pipe down there. What is that? That's also why I settled on I don't know if it's that big a deal, because there aren't too many other wrong choices that you can make. I think it came from the middle. Using a... Oh, I got you from right here. That makes sense. That's good. Yeah, a teleport seemed crazy, but I couldn't see it coming out of, something from the top. If it was going off of a track, it would just fall through the stage. Yeah, it hides really well. Magic of lava. Okay, there was nothing in the hole. I sure hope the hole kills me, but that one tile gap there makes me think there's probably just a boo block down there. I don't trust this, though. Can I refuse? I think I can refuse, right? I think I can refuse. I did it. I got the coin before. I got the one-up in the hole. I'm like 80% sure you can do this, but I think I need a little bit more momentum coming from the left to make it work. I don't think it'll work off of there, no. There are kaizos? Oh, you monster. Couldn't just let me have it. Oh no, aw. We got an extra hit on the Bob-omb. Maybe that's gonna make my life easier. Go over the saw blade. Aw, I don't like being CP1 for impossible to interpret, like an impossible to predict thing. Like it didn't even feel like there was a choice for me. But you could still kill me. Gonna do it. Yeah, it doesn't feel like I'm being punished for a decision I made. It just feels like I'm getting shoved backwards as a built-in component of the level, which is okay when it's actually a CP3, and that's the setup. But this feels like just stacking punishment on punishment for no reason other than I've seen other people do this. Feels like being shot, yes. Charlie Kirk would not like this. Oh, and you made it worse? Yeah, and like, you know, if it's a consequence for making the worst possible decision I could, or for like you had a 50-50 and you could have smelled it out, but you didn't. Okay. But just, oh, you didn't predict the magical... Oh, thank God. Take me home, fish. Thank God. Thank God. Well, at least there's that. Still don't like being CP1, but thank God. Thank God you threw it away in the end. I also feel like it'd be easy to turn that into a mercy mechanic. Yeah, it doesn't seem like we have any changes or anything. There's 3 red coins, but we use them at a specific point, so there's no way there's some DLC thing here. So yeah, it is really just do the level again. Do the CP1 to CP2 again. Which is contentless. Like, for example, let's say that the next time you drop a level in the queue, I refuse to play it and instead play back roll back the VOD to the last level of yours I played, you would probably be like, well, what's the point of this? This is a waste of my time. And that's exactly kind of what I'm getting at here. But that if it's not a new experience, the only thing you're doing is stretching it out by wasting my time. And that if that is what you want to go for, then at the very least you have to have something. Back. Go. Worth the humor of flying all the way back to CP1? Okay, but if it's worth it for that, do you even need to CP1 the player? Can't you just dodge the CP1? Couldn't you have the player dodge the CP1 and go over it and then make an aw noise? And then they don't get the CP1, and then they get pushed into the ante, and then they're pissed off that they have to do the ante, and then, oh, actually, the ante was fake too. But even if the CP1 to CP2 is short, I'm still replaying that short segment and the CP2 to the end without any change in the level. It's short, which makes it more digestible. Oh, come here. Aww. Maybe the trigger is mushroom dependent? Maybe it's damage dependent? These work better. Well, I think if we from my perspective, from what I'm looking at, is the time cost of experiencing identical content immediately after playing it, right? So from my perspective, what I'm looking at is experiencing identical content immediately after playing it. From my perspective, what I'm looking at is identical content immediately after playing it. and how doing the same thing the same way, like when there's no difference, when there's nothing else, it's just repetition. So see, and that the other side of that too is how frustrating this experience is. Do I just take damage here and then it triggers? Okay, here, maybe. Not really. I don't know what the hell that is, so maybe I did it wrong. But I don't want to look. I don't want to accidentally get CP1'd again and have to do all of it again. So I want to just kill myself and try to execute correctly the next time. Well, I think what you're trying to do is be like, how is there, if every back to CP1 is fake, then there is no humor. But I think, one, you can make a joke about Hitler and not, you know, be summoning the ghost of Hitler and not be Nazi. Even though he's been gone a long time, people still make jokes about it. Like, you can call back to something that used to be a thing without it still needing to be a thing. But the flip side of that is, I think there's still humor, and I still think there's good ways to do that. If there's some difference, I think you can still subvert expectations, not only with the memory of how awful it can be, but also that sometimes people are expecting it to just be different. But when the subversion is, haha, I made it annoying, that's not a subversion. I don't think I'm intended to book it through there. Yeah, what I'm getting at is that if I'm paying in time, I want a different experience. That's what it boils down to me, is that anytime there is a cost of time, of no matter what, I pay that toll, 100% of the time, I always lose my time in repeating segments I've already done, that I want a different experience or progress or something meaningful there, not just, especially when it's not like a punishment for making the wrong choice, but when the correct choice was invisible. When the correct choice wasn't possible to smell out or know. Anywhere else to do anything here? Oh, the mush or not? What? Oh, the mush or no, the mush. Am I misreading that? Oh, the mush or no, the mush. Well, I'm more likely to be able to backtrack and die here than the other one. Didn't matter. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. I was worried there was going to be like a whole like backloaded section there. Yeah, and then I'm not primed to enjoy anything there because of how anxious I am about what we're doing here. And like that swamp setup with yeah, there were some really good like anxiety setups early on that exploited that anxiety in a way that like was satisfying and made sense and comedic. Yeah, I just think for me, I really think that whenever it boils down to whenever it boils down to taking time from the player, punishing the player by taking time from them, that at the very least, if you're not doing like a CP3 type of thing, like just inversions feels lazy, but it's typical. But if you're not doing some kind of CP3 thing or some type of entity limit manipulation, that at the very least you can reveal to the player a shortcut or something that saves them a chunk of what you're doing. In this case, I would have legitimately gotten a big laugh out of missing the CP1, especially if I just barely missed it. Yeah, and then you threw away the anti-soft lock after I struggled for a sec to try and get a handle on getting over that first bit, and then it was like, haha, all of it was fake. That would have been satisfying and comedic for me. Yeah. Yeah, I think that that's just an easier way to do it, and has more potential for comedy and less potential for harming the player, and then works well with the general pacing and length of the level, especially since we spent a good amount of time going back from CP1 to CP2. Yeah, it wasn't so stretched out that it absolutely ruins it, but it does feel, it still gives me that feeling of like, well, okay, that was weird. Very loud plane outside. I don't know if the mic picked that up. Did the plane just crash? That was weird. I may make the ante bring you back to CP2 as a pity, but I will still require part of the ante. Yeah, the part of the ante and then throwing it away like that I thought was funny. I thought that was legitimately funny. But I was still CP1. And yeah, you could let the player go back to CP2 from there, from throwing it away. Or I feel like I mean this is a whole excessive setup. I feel like there's real comedy in making the player do the ante, but it's not possible, and then you just plop them back onto CP2. Like at some point it just falls apart and they get dropped back into CP2 and are just bamboozled, and like, wait, what the fuck was that? And then there's no real harm. But that's a whole mess to set up. Yeah, that way the player thinks the CP1 is real. Especially, yeah, I don't think you can die. I don't think there's any way to get up there and die. And all it does is it just throws it away. But you could throw it away in a different way that just drops them back into CP2. But you could stretch that a little further if you find some way to prevent the player from being able to kill themselves, and then you drop them back into CP2 after, like, just enough of a wait to be like, are you kidding me? They get to the end of the ante, and then they get shuffled back to the beginning, and somehow it's even harder. Maybe that's when the blocks start flipping. Is a damage detector detects when you take damage from the mushroom. It drops you back in. This is a whole different thing. Drops you back into the ante, but now it's flipping rapidly and annoyingly, and you're like, oh, good God. But then after you try one time, you fall into the thing that lets you right into the... right back into CP2. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of comedy there, and you get to exploit that fear of showing the player the CP1, shoving them into the CP1, and harming them, and then letting them have it. Yeah, I'm just spitballing, and honestly, anytime you steal something I'm spitballing, I'll never remember it. Yeah, I'll drink water. I'm drinking it. Yeah, besides that, everything was real good. Pacing was real good. Felt very modern. There were a lot of really, really funny things that relied on, that exploited player expectations of troll levels, but would work without those expectations as well. And those setups are always really, really nice, where you're kind of straddling that middle line between, I think, yeah, we're coming up on you. We got one in front of you there, Dazzle. When you're really straddling that middle line, of stuff that works specifically with the meta and player expectations, but stuff that is also just like visually funny or works as like a almost like a Tuda like troll, where it's just a silly thing that, oh, obviously touch thing hurts. I apologize in advance for this level. Oh no. F4D. And I don't always hate anxiety either. I think you missed that before you came back. But that setup in the top right-hand corner of the room where I tried to buffer up to go in the door, and then the floor falls out from under me, and there's an obvious on-off switch to go hit. We dodged it, but I still really like the anxiety that you get out of that setup of just how, like, obviously suspicious, and you immediately know, as soon as I hit the button, something bad's gonna happen. TKC KNG. Apologize in advance for this. Let's take a peek. Baby Kaizo for baby streamers. I made this in 5 minutes. 1.5% clear with esports. 18 out of 1,200. My AC is not doing its job for some reason. It is a little warmer today. Might actually remove that one, that troll, I mean. Oh. So you just quietly, you just politely hate everything I like and like everything I hate. That's what we're getting here. Baby Kaizo for baby streamers. Just a contrarian. Well, fine. I hated it. I hated that troll. Now are you going to leave it? Now are you deeply compelled to leave it in? Pacing is weird. I feel like if you're going for, like, Baby Kaizo, you want hold right, and you don't want, like, a big stretch like that. You want hold right and hold jump. Ooh. And you don't want that landing to be weird and a little lower. Yeah. The name is clickbait. There's no clicking in Mario Maker. Mouse doesn't work. Oops. The home button works. Oh, that was weird. Okay, what's happening here? Hang on. Controller being weird. Maybe I'll keep it now. It's not Baby Kaizo. Awkward Kaizo? Is weird. Oh, we're dropping some frames. Yeah, okay, I know what's wrong. I know what's wrong here. Hang on. Hold, please. All my cores are pegged because Windows subsystem for Android. Oh man, we are losing frames. Oh, OBS, please don't crash. God damn it. Windows subsystem for Android has a really weird problem where it has this memory leak. There, that should fix it. It has this really weird memory leak where once it leaks out to the maximum supported memory the virtual machine can have, which I have a lot of memory overhead. I have 64 gigs specifically for virtualization tasks. Nobody cares. Once it claps out the memory that it has available to it, it pegs every CPU core. Very frustrating. Really need to just kill it. Oh, I did drink some. It's complete. Really need to just kill it before I start streaming in case it happens, but that should resolve the really weird visual issues we were having there. Now back to your regularly scheduled Mario Maker. Oops. That is so weird. It feels like my Y button is like stuck. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Windows subsystem for Android is really cool if you need or want to run Android apps on your PC. But it is a buggy piece of shit, and that is why Microsoft abandoned it. Can I interest you in Super Mario World? Because if you want to do stuff like this, that is the format you're looking for. Ugh. That's the right game for this nonsense. I would honestly prefer a disco shell to this mess. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want your fucking Temu disco shells. Also, that would be a better name for the level. Open with that and call it Disco Shell Temu. Oh, there's a spring back there. Okay. Word. What's the matter, babe? You barely touched your Timu Disco Shell. Watch the bottom, what you did earlier. Yeah. Yeah, we're having a really good time. Then you show up and I get mad. Really, then CP1 show up. I think what you want is to just warn me. Now, I don't know. I don't know. It might temper it if I know it's coming, but then I might spend the whole time bitching about it. If I know a CP1 with no change is coming. I would prefer Disco Shell, though. There's got to be a better tracking enemy. I don't know. Like a blaster in a cloud tracks you, but not in a useful way. Oops. Actually, no, the spring will still kill me. I was gonna say I could just fall onto the spring and go under. That's a personal problem. I don't know, expect CP1s and troll levels every once in a while? No. I mean, I expect them. I really do expect them. But I think the best execution is, and stop me if you've heard it before, is that the CP1 has a purpose, or content, or is secretly a CP3. That the less time I have to repeat myself, the happier I am. And a little bit of it's unavoidable, but that's a big part of the guiding light on the 30 to 60 seconds guidance for how long it should be between each segment. Because a certain amount of doing the same thing over and over again starts to feel like you're crawling instead of moving forward. And all that stuff that we come back to. And I'm definitely sensitive to it. But I also feel like a pointless CP1 that doesn't have any content or context to it beyond gotcha. Oh. Waste my time unfairly. I would like to waste that time in exchange for laps. Ow. Well, I don't think you have to worry about somebody playing a Troll Super World and not expecting tropes. Like, you don't have to lampshade hang something that's really, really well established like that. Like, we all know Mario can jump, so you don't have to set up a bunch of things where Mario jumps for me to expect Mario to be able to jump. Well, but how you doing tonight? Yeah. Pacing at the beginning here is really awkward, and no matter what your goal in a kaizo level, I feel like you want the first thing to be smooth and less weird. I think maybe you're trying to meme off of it being baby kaizo stuff by being awkward and bad. But I would rather it be awkward and good. Which is doable. It's definitely doable. Yeah. But especially in something where you're anticipating a relatively low clear rate, I do think that the absolute first thing the player experiences should be really smooth, because that takes like 9 seconds on a Switch 1, or 11 goddamn seconds on a Switch 2? No, 4 goddamn seconds on a Switch 2, 9 to 11 seconds on a... I'm all over the place today, I'm just fried. Whole level is meant to fuck with streamers. I don't think that's a good grounds for making a level generally. Or at the very least, the level can... Oops, I keep rolling on to down. The level can still be fun. Maybe I'll make all my back to CB1s for you, then change it after. I mean, you can. You can compare and contrast different people's feedback, I guess. But I feel like framing something with, avoiding criticism that you're tired of, is a good incentive to also just not do it. I don't think this perspective is crazy, you know? But I keep feeling like it. Man, the year of the guts. The year... people did not like me not liking guts. No, it's a whole thing. I don't care. You're still wrong. No, everybody's doing it. I don't care. If everybody jumped off a bridge, would you bite off your own dick? I'm glad that's over. I'm glad that's over. Glad it's over. You had college orientation. It was nice to meet new people and get free food. Yeah. Yeah, college, if there's one thing that is just hands down great about it, it is the social experience of people are just less horrible now. Get home. That whole thing about how satire has to have a clear clarity of purpose, lest it just be exactly what it is pretending to make fun of. I don't know the quote offhand because I'm good at brain. But yeah. If you don't thoroughly differentiate yourself from Timmy stuff, what you have is an awkward kaizo level that if I ran through it in endless, I would just be like, yeah, it's Timmy garbage. We used to do tournaments. Me and a buddy used to do tournaments all over Wisconsin, and man, the cafeteria. Oh my god, what's happening with my finger today? I do not feel like I pushed the home button. I feel like my controller's fucking with me a little bit. Or the input reader's fucking with me. The goal was to get as many boos as possible. Wow. Now I don't even want to give you that. But don't worry, I still will. The cafeteria at the fucking UWM campus was really great. I really loved doing tournaments there because it was really, really nice to be able to go and get a burrito and a hamburger and a salad like all day while we're there. Oh. Well, I think we've seen it all. There you go. But yeah, that said, even if your goal is to be a penis butt and throw nasty stuff in to exploit streamers, I still think you want to be funny. I still think you want to effectively differentiate yourself from the things that you're trying to make fun of. Like, okay, you want to make a nasty level, right? You want to make a nasty level. So you bounce me out into a pit. Instead of kaizo blocks and death, and I do it again, funnel me into a lower getting over it segment with a checkpoint. You funnel me into the checkpoint, so now you're locked in, and now you do a getting over it style thing that is also poorly executed and Timmy filled without murder stuff, with wind in the bottom area. And then at the very least, like, you're min-maxing the dumb shit that you're doing in a way that takes death away. The opposite of what you'd expect from the stupid Timmy hole, and makes the player work to get back up to that 50 coin, rather than just, I assume, jump over some springs. I don't know. It still might feel messy, but I still feel like you could have a decent but stupid kaizo experience, especially like if you wanted to play off of Timu fucking disco shell stuff, which legitimately is a funny idea. Make what looks like a bunch of clean and easy to do jumps and kaizo blocks ruin it and you're supposed to go around them. That kind of thing. That would also be kind of Super Mario World-y and frustrating. Yeah. Look back and I see you boot it. Yeah, it's gonna happen. I feel like I missed some. Oh yeah. Yeah, plenty of people will celebrate the politician's death. You know, it's one of those things, that's one of those things where, like, if you're gonna be really critical of people being flip about deaths, then we should talk about all cases in which people are flippant and disrespectful about death and murder in general. Why is military murder okay? Because the government said so? That's weird. I still think that's weird. Why? Because it's necessary? That guy who killed Kirk thought it was necessary. The dumb shit kaizo with jank and awkward setups. Yeah. I guess even if that's your goal, is to be bad, you can be bad better. Why did we just kill a bunch of people in a boat? And why was that okay to joke about? Oh, it wasn't? Okay, well, why isn't that okay to joke about then? If Charlie Kirk's okay to joke about? And then the flip side of that, the logical extreme side of that is, did anybody get mad about Osama bin Laden getting murdered? Did anybody like think about, what about his family? How can you be like this? You know, his family didn't choose that. He was murdered in his home. He was murdered in his home. There was nothing he could do. He didn't even go on trial, blah, blah. I mean, he did, but he was murdered in his home. He was tried in absentia. Doesn't matter. That was widely celebrated. Saddam Hussein, widely celebrated. He did go through a big trial. It was a big show trial, but, you know, it's important that it's still there. Mario Goes to the Cinema 6. That has a lot of likes. This is old. What is this? Dazzle? Is this you? Is this your level? 9,999 esports comments. But I think the nuance there, wow, people drew a lot. These are weird. I'm not one to be like there's no gray areas in life, but I do think murder is something that's easy to think about
meatballs.
as an all or nothing, right? That either you have to be okay with some murders, and if you are okay with some murders, you have to recognize that some people are going to be really casual, comfortable, or okay with Charlie Kirk's murders. And considering how often Charlie Kirk was racist and bigoted and homophobic and transphobic and evil, I think that's easy. It's easy to understand why some people would want to piss on his grave. The same way that some people want to piss on Hitler's grave. That makes sense. The same way that we almost all universally would piss on Bin Laden's grave. And if you don't want to recognize that, then you need to apologize to Bin Laden's estate right goddamn now. Or, that's crazy. Right? Hi, Casey. Welcome. Welcome back to leftism. Oh, it never leaves. Treats from the sky. Aww, he looked right at it and nothing came out. Hang on, I'll give him another one. I think it's empty. Oh, there, a whole bunch came out. No, it's not empty. Oh, we'll give this a couple of shots or finish it and then we'll do it. You're here to feed Katos? Yeah, no worries. He's still got him. I felt bad. He's been having a day. Oh, I wanted to get him some treats. How you doing, Casey? Cinema. Really? Aw? Aw for looking for quarters outside the cinema? Is this me buying a ticket? And then I go in? So the ticket building is next to the cinema, just outside? And operated by moles? Gross. Got home from dinner with the mother-in-law? Oh. Oh. It might come as no surprise, but a lot of spouses, partners, parents weren't super fond of me. A couple of them I've been pretty close with, but they've never been people that like wanted to go out to dinner, which is nice, which is really nice. Goomba. I don't want to see Goomba. I don't want to go to the Goomba movie. Fidgem. Fidgem? Film pointing at the arrow. I get it. Tutor's so dumb. Bro shoots from outside, not inside the... What? Why does that not surprise me? Popcorn. Okay. That's pretty cute. Oh, hey, hot dog. Welcome to up here. We'll turn that one on. Do. Hot dog. Yeah, some people find me a little abrasive sometimes. Just a little bit abrasive sometimes. A little abrasive. You know, I've been called blunt. If you get a fourth cat, you should name it. I named a cat Popcorn. Just before our relationship blew up in my face. That was very cute. She looked like Popcorn. She was popping. She popped. She was like a poppy little girl. Poppy little lady. Short-haired black cat, and she popped. Boy, did she pop. The second you see that cat, you're like, no, that's Popcorn. This cat is named correctly. Hot dog is kind of a hot dog. Right, buddy? He's very cute. I pushed his nose. No, sit down. Sit down and be cute. I don't like this movie. Nothing has been done to endear me to the main character so far. I don't feel like he has any agency. All monsters, no humans. Does not pass. What's the Bechdel test for monsters? Human. None of them have names. Okay, really, this does not feel like trying to tell a story at all. It's trying to do something, and it's kind of funny, but I don't feel like it's anything I can parse. Ugh. Goombas in ships, bombing, destroying everyone else. Is that what we're doing? If you get a white version of Crackers, you can name it Marshmallow. Crackers. No, I think a white version of Crackers would have to be something black named, because Crackers is kind of a white people slur. That's how the movie ends. We're invincible. Oh, nope. Credits are still going, I guess. And he dies. End. Coal ball? Black ball. What's a black ball of something? Tarball? Tarball would be a funny cat name if he was kind of squishy. If he was kind of a squishy guy, like to crawl on his belly, I feel like Tarball would work pretty good. Is that a comb? Review. Oh, I accidentally gave it 5 stars. Out of 5 stars. That's funny, but I have regrets. Oh, and that's the end. That was cute. Not sure about black ball. I can tell you what a blue ball is. Black ball's worse. How you doing, Box? Oh. Colomba, thanks for dropping something in there. Tarball. Tarball would be pretty funny. There's some other black objects. I'm doing pretty good. Where is it? Fluff ball? I would want it to be something like dark in color, or implication of dark color. Tarball. Anthracite. No, that sounds... Ooh. Coal. Just some other words for coal. Carbon. Carbon could work, yeah. You know, a really flat, short-haired, white cat. Named Carbon. If it had a little black dot, especially, I think. Because he's got a little white dot. He's got a little snowball in his void. Okay, let's feed some cats. Yeah, Dazzle, that was good. That did what it said on the tin. That did what it said on the tin. I did not dislike it. I could not engage with the characters in the film. I would not. I accidentally gave it 5 out of 5, but I would not rate it that. That's a 2 out of 5 for me. You know, Mario characters I like, but the rest of it wasn't doing it. Get a brown cat, name it Meatball. Yeah, Meatball's just a good one. We did that too. I don't know. Did we talk about this at some point? But that same ex got 2 more cats in a very misguided attempt to get me to stay. Because I really like cats. I named them Spaghetti and Meatball. I was already out the door, but she was having trouble naming them. And they literally they were both very noodly, and they would not stop crawling all over each other. So the one on the bottom was obviously Spaghetti, and the other one was Meatball. And that was their names, and still is their names, as far as I know. I haven't seen them in a long time. Why all the names be food? I don't know. Food names are fun. Right, Pud? That they are all kind of named after food. Pud is also a term for the wiener. But yeah, there's been a lot of them. I don't know. Before these 3, I had Lazarus, Malachi, and Craig. We had a bracket. In there. I don't know exactly where that came from, but he just... Oh! So I was thinking about Cave Story. I was playing through Cave Story at the time. And Bracket was also an orange cat, and he liked to be on crackers. Like, what was it? Quote and Curly Brace. So I thought that was funny. We named him Bracket. Pud is pudding. Yeah, Pud is pudding, colored, and He's kind of a penis. He's kind of a pud that you would pull. Right, pud? Let's pull the pud. You don't like. Hot dog supports pulling. You can tug your hot dog a little bit. See? I'm going to prison. Yeah, kiss each other. Yeah. Tongues in each other's mouths. I unmuted to penis. Nice. That's why we have the warnings. That's why children aren't allowed to watch me. Do they just almost kiss? That and, you know, all the talk about shooting politicians and murder and all that. Saw through your playthrough. Congratulations. Earlier part. Yeah, it was too bad, especially with it coming around in the end on the negative side that, you know, you missed the positive side. I was having a good time. There's a lot there that just worked. Everything worked right. It was very funny. And the things that seemed like they could end up being spaghetti traps seemed well framed so that I would not fall into them. Seemed very considerate. Overall, had a good experience. What I am used of you being negative. Hey, constructive. That's the terminology. That's how I frame it. I'm not excessively critical. I'm very constructive. I'm problem-solving oriented. Look, man, when you've spent your entire life dealing with nails that need to get pushed down, you turn into a hammer. You turn into a hammer, and all I do is turn everything else into nails. You spend enough time being a hammer, everything looks like a nail. All of my jobs have been problem-solving, and so on. You said negative. I just repeated L. L. Why is there an L at the end of that? I don't know. You're in charge of your keyboard, bud. That's you. That's fingers. Ask your fingers. I don't think... crackers! Watch the fingers, bud! That's it for you. You're done. You're done, fat boy. Stay over there. Here you go, Pud. Captain Gobbler over here. You stay. Keyboard has a mind of its own. Mine had that for a little while, and I was convinced it was a failure of the actual switch. And I kept trying to deal with it. I kept trying to work it out, kind of jiggle it out, because I thought it was just a problem with, like, the mechanical switch in there, like the actual contact. Put alcohol in it over and over again and cleaned it out. Finally, took the switch out and resoldered it, and it didn't fix it. Then I finally reached out to the guy who more or less wrote the firmware for me, helped me get the firmware written. And he was like, oh, yep, no, I know exactly what that is. It's the A key. Yep, I know what that is. Hang on. And like 10 minutes later, new firmware. Okay, that fixes it. Really should have just asked the first time. You half bald? Seen your hair last time? A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. You know, it's still there. Where's the flip around here? How do I do it? Oh, wait. No, we have the overhead camera. There we go. That'll be the worst possible experience for it. See? There's hair. It's mostly all there. A little bit of a spot that's thinking about, where is it? Thinking about being a bald spot up here. But it's still all there. As soon as it's a bald spot, it's all coming off. But for now, I'm just receding. Receiving before malding. There you go, guys. a little bit on your balls there, bud. How do you feel about that? Okay. Well, I was gonna zoom in on the balls and talk about it, but I guess not. Sorry, hot dog. He does have very pronounced testicle sack still, even though he's fixed, and we legitimately wonder if he's not actually fixed correctly. Anyhow, does this work from this scene?
Excuse me. I have to piss. Out of my penis?
It does. I am going to urinate, and then we will continue with the queue, so I will be back in just a minute, so get inspired.
Reunite family life by disappointing production. To achieve the right state, try to think about these words of wisdom. Tell your friends about the super limitations of the transcendental. Stay now, always be conscious. Take a deep breath. Allow your left hemisphere to float. The women who pay for the beautiful ones are just as much women as the women who pay for anonymous humping. Are husbands making old people anxious?
Are husbands making old people anxious? Find out in the next episode of whatever. InspiroBot. USB camera off. Legs crossed. All the cat things were done. Moving forward. Moving forward. Was it 7:40? I had to pee kind of early. But you know how it is. You stand up and all of a sudden you go from, I can hold my pee, to I'm going to piss all over myself if I don't immediately urinate. Did you wash your hands? That was quick. I gave him a rinse. You know, gave him a pretty quick rinse. Not like I'm cooking. Showered today. Not too worried about it. FD0XSG. Do 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 do. Wow wow wow. Bob, what do you want me to take a look at here? Sugoma nuts. Is that it? Is that the rest of it? Sugama 96. Feels like a these nuts joke. Sugama nuts. I feel like that's there. Nothing specific? Are you even there? Is anyone still there? Newest, okay. Yeah, we asked last time, but we were in the wrong order, and I can't read. So this time, we're doing it right. Rusty Caverns. After his supposed disappearance, King Spike emerges. King Spike, Volcano. Take a peek. Want you to try as hard as you can to break it. I want to say I almost always do, but I mostly do. Ew, what? Really? Naked pipe? Ew. Played this on stream, it was good. Well, now I hate it. That's what we're doing. Okay. That's a cute secret. Esports. Cute secret. If it's not covered by the lava on the bottom, not only does it make it obvious, which is okay for it to be visible, but I still feel like at the end of the day, it's a naked pipe. Put some blocks there. Put something there. Put something. Cover your shame. That's cute. Oh, did we spawn block something over here? Oh, that's me. Oh no, we didn't. We're doing a vine. That's cute. Half pipe red. I mean, it might stick out more. I don't know. Was it not naked at first? It looked pretty naked. Calm down. Also, I feel like you don't need to hint. Yeah, you could just drop the whole thing into lava and skip the naked pipe, since the player will detect that there's some type of pipe when they see stuff coming out of it. Oh, Spike, you can keep your red coin. I'm gonna assume they're not mandatory. In those balls, bud. That thing does look better in more pixelated styles, does it? To cover it up more? I feel like no matter what, we're all distinctly aware of how a naked pipe looks. We've all suffered the nude pipes. Oh, yeah, red coins are probably not mandatory then. That's good. It's good in that I would be really annoyed if they were mandatory, and we had to somehow go back and get them. Oops. Okay, it is accounted for. Yeah, it's accounted for. One thing we're not seeing here is, if you're having the player run back through segments, and none of them are super long, but, oh god, well, I did it to myself. But if you are having the player run back through segments, especially if they're flipping a switch on one side or the other, you can spawn block, stuff just with on-off blocks on the way through. And then when the player scrolls back through, as long as it's more than like a screen and some specific length, new things can spawn that were blocked by those blocks. So you can set some stuff up so that it's a little different on the way back. Especially this is very short, it doesn't matter. That's something to think about, especially if we end up doing a longer one. Thought it was going to touch it itself. Yeah, we got a checkpoint after the second red coin that we skipped. The player didn't kill those two flying spikes to be a bit overstimulated. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and that segment's relatively short, too. Can I get in there and then get soft locked forever? No. Oh, wait, what if I'm small? Touch me. Nope. I know there's some circumstances where you can squeeze through slopes like that, but I don't know what exactly they are, but this is not one of them. Okay. So that pipe really makes it look like we're... are you... I guess I'm just gonna game for a little bit here. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, that pipe, that really felt like we were going to be able to take it right into the pipe, and I feel like people are going to die there and feel bad. I think the slope has to be on the bottom. Ah. We saw Mario 3... No, yeah, I think it was a semi-solid, though. We saw one in Mario 3 yesterday in a level that we played, but yeah, I think that was semi-solid related more than slope related. Yeah, I feel like that pit that we dropped into is a little bit, Can we go back and look at it? No, we cannot. That pit that we dropped into felt a little bit like you were setting me up to go left, and I feel like people might wait there for that. And I see the secret that you have set up there, but I also feel like that could work with a different platform. I don't know. That might be too much. That might be too pure. Pipe let you skip a little part of the level, so it's better to use it on speed run. Yeah, I could see somebody just plopping right in the lava and be like, what the fuck? I thought I was going to the pipe. Ah. Okay. Oh. Glad it stopped. Thank God it stopped. There we go. You know, I think you're going for an alarm sound. And I swear there's a better way to do it. But I don't know what it is. But it works, and it doesn't continue for the rest of the fight. That would have actually pissed me off. Oh, hi, buddy. In styles where we have a spin jump, that is much less annoying, and it's always better than a hammer bro. But man, do I hate that. In not spin jump styles, I would bitch about it and be like, no, you need to be nicer. We did have a power-up too. But man, do I hate that weird, like, overcommit with spike balls, but especially with hammer bros where they just spawn. Yeah, cute little custom boss fight. That was satisfying. I really like guy who opens his mouth and screams as he dies. If you put a sound effect on them, do they make it when they die? Because if you put the yelling sound effect on them, I feel like that might be really funny. If it lines up right. But it really looked like he opened his mouth to scream as he died.
Yes, I'm a winner.
Yeah, all worked well. All worked pretty well. King Spike's Volcano. Did not feel like a volcano to me. Had a good time. Yeah, we skipped a part. We went on the pipe, we skipped a part. I don't know what we skipped, but it didn't feel like we missed anything significantly important either. Yeah, drowning guy, timed out. I really hope that he just always does that, that's not RNG dependent on when he tries to summon a ball, because it was like the perfect frame of just watching him die. I would mess with that to see if you can set it up so it looks like a bunch of them are melting, because that's funny. Okay, next. Yimmy, another one. 2Q5. Q5, NLO. Oh, 9KF. Alright, good luck. Oh. Always worried when people wish me good luck. We have this, and we have the castle. I guess we'll look at this. There's one ninja here. One lonely ninja here. 757, and Colomba, you probably popped a troll in there. Let's go ahead and close the queue there. I think I accidentally discovered the right solution, and it was standing still. I'll wrap up what we got, yeah. Doot. Troll levels. There. I'll get that updated. I will be back in the morning for the direct, where I will yell at it probably while I dick around in Silksong. Oh no, we were working on a ROM hack too. Yeah, actually, I should go back to that. We'll play a little bit of Super Mario World. Yeah, I should stand still. We'll play a little bit of Super Mario World and yell at the direct. I have no idea why anybody would want to watch that. I don't want to watch somebody else watch a Nintendo Direct. That's terrible content. But some people are into it. Oh, fuck you. Oh. That's very silly. Yeah, gradual stuff like that is one of those things that just helps. Oh, I'm going up here. Aww. Got him. Mostly I want to watch the direct and stream it because, as someone pointed out yesterday, before I thought of it, I would have seen it anyway. I saw people thinking about it today on Twitter, so I would have been hurt either way. But there's a small chance that they could talk about Mario Maker 3, and if they do, we're going to have to do a pretty big pivot here. 2,000 some applications deep, you know, I have to do something for work, and we'll pretend Mario Maker might work. But we'll also have to get ready for Mario Maker 3. And if it does end up being a thing, I did it again. I would like to see, I would like to record it. I would like to have that for historical purposes. But mostly, it's probably just going to be me being disappointed and sad, as I often am, about the choices that Nintendo makes with things that I like, things that I don't care about. Esports. That is a really good point, Yimmy. That is a really good point. I had not thought of that. I think the general stress of unemployment and the news cycle and just how horrible things have been is like frying me a little bit, because I didn't think about Smash Ultimate or Smash sequel being announced as a possibility. Like, I didn't even think about it until I saw it on Twitter. And I'm not normally somebody who is dumb as shit. Shut the fuck up. I'm not somebody who is dense like that. That just kind of rides that train without thinking about it. Because we were talking about it yesterday, and I was like, yeah, Mario, Zelda, and that was all I could think of. And I feel like I'm just a little tiny bit fried out, because Smash feels like an obvious thing to talk about. And I've been playing more competitive Smash again, and it just, my brain didn't go there. The only place it goes is Charlie Kirk. What are we doing here? Jump? Okay, jump into the saw blade. There's something under it. Okay, I think I get it. Yeah, I am expected to be disappointed as well. Well, and that point, that it's a new console, so there's gonna be some good early games. Where? Right? Where are they? Where was the launch game? This isn't a launch game. This is 2 lines of Game Genie codes to give us a worse experience than we have in an emulator. I'm glad we have it. I'm really glad that 60 FPS is available now globally, easily, because it is a way better experience. But it's not worth money. It's a ripoff to charge people for it. This is cool. We get a little bit of DLC, kinda. Okay. That's not a launch game. That's just more stuff. Fuck you. This is great. It wasn't a launch game. Why wasn't it a launch game? Where were the launch games? Where are the launch games? And is that what we're going to see from Nintendo going forward? Are they going to slow roll? Oh, wait. Which saw blade? I thought the saw blade was here. I hate myself. Oh. Are they going to keep slow burning absolutely every release? Coupled with constant disappointment? Is that where we're going? For some, and there's a possibility that there's something that we don't know. I absolutely recognize, oh, thank God for that one way there. I absolutely recognize that there's a possibility that we're missing some important information. Like, Nintendo knows when the PS6 handheld is coming, and they had to get out in front of that announcement, because Sony has, like, carved it into stone for a specific date, and Nintendo needed to be ready. But if that was the case, where the fuck is it? Where the fuck are our launch games? Why the fuck would they rush out the Switch 2 instead of just delaying it until the launch games are ready? Where are the fucking launch games? I don't love Sony. I'm not a Sony apologist. I think Sony is the worst of the big 3 gaming companies, who have spent an enormous amount of time shitting into our mouths and ignoring really cool IPs that they should continue developing. Oh, I learned something. Let's still go look up here. Nothing. The green pipe wasn't the obvious wrong answer. Oh, I get it. I get it. There it is. So it just feels weird. It's hard for me to imagine a world in which Nintendo is not doing anti-consumer things for improved profit. And recognizing that the slowest possible burn is the... Okay, and then you're committed to the green pipe, and then you see the pink pipe when you land. That's pretty funny. That's timed out pretty well, too. Even if you dick around a little bit. That was weird. And I think what we've seen with the new Pro Controller, if you look at the teardowns, it's really obvious, but the too long didn't read. Try the yellow pipe to see. Did we miss a yellow pipe, or do you mean that yellow pipe on the right there? I have another choice. What yellow pipe did we miss? No, all good? Okay. Ignore that. Okay. Weird. Uh-oh. Wait. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I rushed it and I got through. I thought something was going to happen. But even if we waited, I think we're okay, right? Yeah, even if we waited, we're okay. Okay, that's fine. I'd rather get it. Rather get it than not. You said the! Something was happening! There was a troll there. The thwomp would go down if you stand in front of it. Oh, does he drop off? There it is. So we snuck by at the exact right time. I gotcha. Can we make that? Oh, no, we cannot. Here it is. So that was me getting rewarded for being dumb and just standing there with my mouth open to see what happens. Is this... Yeah, this is my punishment. I would want a Z and I want to hold it. The short of it is that the new Pro Controller is very distinctly designed to be worse than even the original Joy-Cons in its durability. And there is no way on Earth. People are arguing that the reason why the new Joy-Cons aren't TMR or Hall effect or anything is because it wouldn't work with magnets on the Switch. That's that's insane. That's people just regurgitating shit that they see. Magnets are things that you can control for and calibrate for. That's not a reasonable defense. But okay. That's a thing people will say and believe because of how people... how people will eat shit if it's packaged correctly. There's no excuse in the new Pro Controller for $90 for that thing not to be built like a fucking tank. TMR sticks are right there. Hall effect is time-tested and works for an exceptionally long time and would resolve all of these issues. And traditional stick boxes... Traditional potentiometers are at least relatively easy to work with and standard. Supermark, thanks for the follow.
Supermark64 has started following. Thank you.
Choosing to do flat scrape potentiometers the way that they did was done to hurt people. Nintendo chose that to hurt you. When Nintendo offers free replacements on the Pro 2 controllers, that is not to help you. It is because they know if they make it take a long time, you will buy a second Pro controller. I really want to check the hole, but I'm not gonna. Aww. Who is this for? Who? Why are you like this? I chose not to look in the hole, and you punished me. How did misspelled lol? Yeah, that hole keeps getting deeper. Thank you. It's always nice when I feel dumb and then somebody else can come out swinging to make sure I don't feel alone. Okay, I can just run over there and grab it. That's good. There we go. 2 people playing my world at once on stream. Uh-oh. Now it's a speedrun. Oh my god. What the fuck was that? I don't understand what happened. Oh, I held right. But I feel like those bullets changed color. And that's not real. That's not a thing. There's no way that that's a thing. Yeah, okay. I'm glad we can one-cycle that. Would be annoying if we couldn't. Red bullets. Red bullets go faster. Okay, it is magic. It is some type of weird lava magic that I don't understand, but they didn't change color. That was just false memories. I thought I would wait, and that would be smart, but it was not. Held right, paid the price. Esports. I think with it being a big direct after the launch of the system, with no real upcoming things to look forward to, that they have to announce the big stuff and they have to have some stupid One More Thing release right now. I feel like the One More Thing release right now, especially with what they've been doing, is very likely to be Mario 35 too, and they'll call it Mario 40 or something really stupid. But I really liked Mario 35, and I'm okay with that. But if we get really, really, really lucky, it could be Mario Maker 3 with Wonder Style or something. Mario Maker 2 Deluxe, now including Super Mario Bros. Wonder. And we threw New Soup in the fucking trash. Feels like it might end up being janky, but it's pretty consistent when you know it's coming. It feels like potential conveyor jank, but then it is not. It's nice. Oh, that didn't kill him? Oh, we can go in it. Okay. I don't know what was going on the left, but we'll look at that in a sec. Hit twice. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did do that. So that's what we're doing. We're going to hit it twice, then we're going to go back. Get these coins. Just in case. Yeah. Hard to get excited. Hard to get excited about Nintendo stuff. I want to be wrong. I want Nintendo to prove everyone wrong by overflowing us with the things that we want. Like, they announced Smash, and it's coming out in, like, a month. They announced Mario Maker 3, and it's coming out immediately. They announced fucking... Yeah, I think the fact that it's 3 helps really compensate for the spaghetti there, and it works out pretty good. It feels like it's gonna be really spaghetti, but we're hitting it pretty consistent. They announced fucking Splatoon 4, and it's coming out before the weird spin. They announced that ARMS 2 is not in production. Nobody likes ARMS, and we're over it. Like, no, we did a focus group, and nobody likes ARMS. So you know what? We reassigned that group, and now they're making something else. They're making legs. Yeah, something's wrong with me. Turn my AC down a little bit here. Now it's fucking cold in here. Wait, was it literally just a visual hint? I think it was. Oh, that boom boom looked too suspicious for me to want to bail. This feels suspicious too, though. I feel like I could go back in with the P-switch lit. I didn't learn anything. Go back. Esports in yellow pipe. Damn it, with a POW. Oh, I even thought about it. No, I made the wrong choice. Oh yeah, I forgot to read the title. Bullet Bill's Everlasting Troll. There we go. Doors. I don't know what that was. I don't know why that choice was made, but I made it. Older troll level. I knew, and yet I persisted. Not high enough. I forgot everything. Yeah, I'm falling apart. I'm falling apart a little bit. Too much disappointment. Doot, 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 doot. Okay, there we go. That's how you do it. Oh, is it literally? It's literally just the lava dropping off of the balls. Yeah. It's the lava dropping off of the balls and then they go fast. Boy, that's a really simple setup for how completely janky and insane it looks. Glad that can't hurt. Okay, there's a POW over there. That gets despawned when I flip the switch. That also was how you lit it up over there. Man, that's a good use of the light. I guess we weren't even thinking about it, but that is an incredibly important aspect of dark water levels, especially in troll levels, but always, is controlling for the lighting. Remembering that the player can't see things, and this is doing a really good job of taking care of that while also getting out of the way and not making me feel like I'm trapped in the dark. Does that spawn a POW? Is that what we see? Or does the POW get deposited a different way? Where's the POW? I don't know how the POW works, but I will go back in the pipe. Oh, this is the POW. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Now he's coming. His friend came instead. Oh, good stuff. Oops. Okay. I have thoughts. Now I understand the troll. But now it feels more like a forgetty trap than a really highly targeted thing. Oh, looks like we'll get it consistently if we just do. Oh. Yeah, even pretty established creators can really misunderstand how to use darkness effectively in troll levels. But so far, this is staying out of its own way. And just let me see what I need to see. Not making me feel like I'm flying blind. So do we just go back in? Yeah, if we go back in while the P switch is going, then we can take the goddamn bridge. Oh wait, is that correct or not correct? I feel like that didn't play out the same way if we didn't wait out the P switch, but I also feel like you wouldn't make me wait out a P switch. Either works? Okay. There it is. The crab can still wear the hat, right? No, he really can't. Ooh. But you really like the crab hat. But it's so late, so you get so little benefit out of your crab hat. But honestly, after like 3 hours, I will start looking for some excuse to take it off. Okay, now we have the POW. Need the crab shirt to match your hat? Actually... it is Halloween. That is one of the things I should be searching Vine for. Crab costume? No, crab costume. Crab costume could come up. Heidi got me this because I like crabs, and she thought it would be funny. It is. It mostly is. Oh, god damn it. Hard to react underwater. It's fine. It's pretty short to get back there. It feels a little unfair. Just the tiniest bit unfair. But it is fine, and it works within, like, the confines of the level. As long as there isn't more. Please don't let there be more. Yeah, I mean, you just... Well, no, you didn't let us have the first one, either. I was gonna say, you just let us have the first one. You didn't. I just got it. Yeah, we see the fish coming in, so the whole interactable area is pretty well lit as we come in here. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Oh, invisible traps. Funny enough to keep. Ooh, wait, we didn't wait for the P-switch. Look at that. Does that matter? I imagine all these had to be tested. Okay. Feels like we better wait for the P-switch. Well, and it gets worse. You don't have to wait for the P-switch, but that works too. Okay. It felt like I did, but it's not a very long wait, so it's not a catastrophe, but I do feel like that's the most obvious choice there, because I did not know what I was supposed to do with that blaster there. But yeah, it would feel rough if there was a lot. It can, especially underwater, it can quickly feel like a pylon. Not there. Don't want to play with Boom Boom. Yeah, you get some visual comedy out of just the checkpoint being visible, and then the player spawns out of the pipe and goes for it. That uses the dark really well. I'm gonna kill that guy, because he deserves it. Oh, that doesn't kill him? I thought that would kill him as he was going back down, but it did not. What if we let him out and then we flip it? He doesn't go through them, right? Oh no, he does go back through it. Wow, okay, fine. Fuck you, guy. That was weird. I really thought you could kill them when they pop out of pipes that way. But I guess not. Not a red coin level. So I guess let's start here and work our way clockwise? Counterclockwise? Anti-clockwise? I don't like people who say anti-clockwise. Oh! The squeeze there, the hard push on the pipe made me think I should not move. I'm glad I did not. Oh yeah, weird. We have Gelectros in Mario 3, and we have fucking Link's Awakening Beach Gordos from Kirby, but in Link's Awakening in Super Mario World for some reason. How did that happen? How on earth did these get in the level? Yeah, instead of spikes, though, we have a really, really weird sprite. Gelectro makes sense. Gelectro was spikes in Mario 3. Oh, that's not enterable? Okay, hang on. The red pipe not enterable? So it's just really weird that of all the things they could have selected for spikes for Super Mario World, a different kind of muncher, floating muncher. What else? We had other... Oh, actual spikes? Like literally the triangle-shaped yellow spikes from Super Mario World castles? Yeah, Super Mario World had the triangle spikes, the yellow spikes that were in a lot of the castles. We could have had those. Those would have been cool. Especially if we could rotate them, that would have been really cool. We could have used them for teeth and all kinds of cool stuff. I like those spikes. And then we wait, and then we get... I like the unique sprite. Esports. But I'm baffled that they chose that sprite. I like Gordo. I like Link's Awakening. But I am baffled that of all the things they could have chosen, for some reason, in Underwater Super Mario World, we get a Game Boy, an original Game Boy sprite. Because I looked it up. Oh, I did it to myself. I looked it up at some point, and it is literally that sprite. Oh yeah, see? Look, here's the picture. Why? Why? Why is it? Why? Why is this guy from Link's Awakening in Super Mario Maker in the Super Mario World style only. Why? Why? It's baffling. It's a bizarre and baffling thing that I really, really wish somebody would I wish I could find the person. It wouldn't even be the #1 question I would have about Mario Maker decisions. But before I slap the person who made choices about Mario Maker, I would like to ask about that. And then slap them as hard as I possibly can in the face. Hard enough to go to jail for a long time. And then just start screaming, shadow bans, just shadow ban people. Allow people to still find the levels by level code. Do it or I'll find you. I know to watch my head. Leave me alone. God damn, you don't have to cuff me. I've only been arrested once. I've only been cuffed and stuck in a car once. Yeah, no, I think that was the only time I was arrested. It's weird. They, check these. Ooh, I'm gonna I can just go back. I feel like we wouldn't do the same joke twice, but maybe. Feel very much like I'm going to go over there and get a hint to go back in the pipe. But I will play along, even though I am smart. No. Oh no! Oh. Wah, wah. I mean, that seemed fine. That seemed like something that somebody would do. Yeah, I guess I'm just kind of being punished for exploring. Yeah. Hollow Knight. I blame Silksong for normalizing me being punished for exploring. Goddamn double damage spikes. I have thoughts on Hollow Knight. You want to see some negativity. Wait until the small chance I decide to actually make a YouTube video yelling. Boy, the light effect on that is really weird when they get cape flipped. It seems like it doesn't know where to put the cape. An actual dick move would be, oh, haha, I put a muncher right here. You have to go up on the other side. That is a 50-50 that is just such a low-hanging fruit that I am very tired of. But I feel like I have had enough of. I feel like it's no longer necessary. God damn it. The hint is clear. I knew it was coming, but I think the hint is relatively clear, and you did do, like, as much landmarking as you could for, like, what the layout of the area looks like. Yeah. Oh no, is this an ante? Are you really giving me an underwater ante? Oh. Wait, can't I kill this guy with the star? It's too late now, isn't it? Oh my god. I hope that line there is for the mercy. Okay, there we go. You can't kill him with the star. Okay. I thought you could kill him with the star. Okay. Wasn't too bad. Some people really struggle with blowy joeys, though. And as an empath, I think it's important to think about those people. And to not celebrate murder. God, was that a weird thing in that whole news cycle? Was all the people being like, you have no empathy? Like, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, Reddit lies and all the crazy people doxing everybody on Twitter. If celebrating Charlie Kirk's murder is absolute evidence that one has no empathy, where were the flowers and tears for the victims of Kyle Rittenhouse? They had families. One of them had kids. Okay, no, let's just go back. We don't go over there at all. It's just go back. Oh, I thought that mushroom platform was a landmark. That mushroom platform was not a landmark. You should put that mushroom platform here so that the landmark is visible and clear. That probably is just an oversight, but that mushroom platform not being here is actually really weird. Oh, what if somebody whose brain worked better? I think they'd still get the hint. I still think they'd get the hint, but I think, oh. Now I have the key. I think the hint was clear enough and there aren't really any other mistakes to make. Mushroom platform is to hold the POW in the hint. Ah. What are we doing here? Oh, of course. We're literally... Oh my god. I wish I could ask myself. Like, I really wish I could just manifest the version of me from 2 seconds ago who made the decision to just spin into that. And, like, sit him down in front of me and scold him and be like, what the fuck were you thinking? Why are you like this? Do you not value your time? You know if you were less dumb, you would play more levels, right? I did forget. But if I was less dumb... I have to rationalize that I would provide less useful feedback. I'm exactly as dumb as I need to be. Oh. Got again. And there's nothing I can do in here. No. We can go back in the door. I guess I don't need it. I would ask again, why are you like this? Why do you make these decisions? Why don't you think about the consequences of your actions? The you of 2 minutes from now will have to do an ante if you are like this. You can be better. Just focus. Honestly, it would be better too. Like I play Mario Maker offline. I played through that level that I struggled with from you, Yimmy. Offline and blitzed right through it. Blitzed right through it afterwards. Because I was paying attention to the screen and not talking and thinking about talking. What just happened? Where? When I killed the star? Because you can tape stuff off of the track. You know that. Was I not supposed to do that? Did I need the star? I don't think I need the star, do I? Oh yeah, you can totally cape stuff off of tracks. Oh, does that break something? Are we gonna break something? Yeah, at least the ante isn't too difficult to get through. Some people do really struggle with Blowy Joeys, but I don't feel like that's... Oh, uh-oh, we're almost out of lives. I don't feel like that's marginal enough to be a problem. Where are the extra lives in this one? Where are they? Where are the extra lives that saved me? There. Up that muncher's ass. Not add lives again. Tattoo idea. Eyelids. Add 1-ups. Add 1-ups. You can just do a mushroom. So just 1-ups. And then Super World over here. Inside of the eyelid. Oh. Yeah, the light effect on that is so weird. Oh my god, I almost forgot the key. Thanks. Even when it's mostly good troll levels, when it's mostly a good experience throughout. Like we started with a bad one, but I bailed on it when it was too bad to continue. I didn't get like super mad at any point. But I still feel like there's like a limit to how much I can do. Definitely makes sense why Carl isn't doing like 8 troll levels back to back. Because your brain gives up. No. No! Oh. Aw. Oh, there's the one up. There's the one up that I need. We are on 2 lives remaining. At least that was pretty easy to get to the checkpoint, I think. Sort of recall. Back and pipe. How's it going? We are still here. Still cooking. Little undercooked. Still going. Jimmy fix lives. Gimme fix lives. I like it when people die. It's a hot take on Charlie Kirk, sir. I will tell everyone immediately. Okay, let's dodge that one and then get lives. Moss lives, come on! I'm not realer to you than Charlie Kirk. I feel like I have to have influenced you. Well, no. No, I could see that. Yeah, I guess he was one of the big architects behind Project 2025, so you could make a pretty good argument that he's had a real impact on most Americans' lives, but almost globally. He had a significant hand in the bizarre financial situation we all find ourselves in. And as an unemployed person, I think anyone who has more money than me is rich, and I want to eat them. So, mostly I'm just hungry right now. Oh, I want to check up there, but I feel like that's also the troll. So I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to ignore it and make progress. Damn. Thought I would be able to get it. Okay. Nothing up there. Good to know. I could have CP1U hint. There's fire on the other side? Fire on the other side. Huh. Okay. We'll see what we can do with that. I'm not sure how we get to that fire, but we'll look for it. I gave him his space. I spelled dying wrong. I see that now. Oh. That feels bad. I do that when I get tired, though. Like, I can think of a recent example. But I will, without thinking about it at all, spell a word I absolutely know how to spell phonetically in the stupidest possible way. And immediately catch it and be like, what's wrong with me? T. Felt weird when I typed it out. Looked weird, but also I have this partially transparent teleprompter because otherwise I forget to read chat. And, I look at it quickly, and I miss stuff. I'm very, very ready to only pay attention to 2% of chat. If I ever get a raid of like 400 viewers. Been practicing for a long time. Okay, we have the key. Now we just go, and we don't spin on those. Another one. Give me another one. Give me another one, stupid. Thank you. You're giving me more, but that's fine. Okay, so the hint was that there's fire up here. Oh, and I can hit it. And I can hit it. Okay. I had a little bit of trouble understanding how fire was going to help me. Because I'm dumb. I thought maybe I was supposed to flip the bomb and then get him over to hit the other one somehow. But I see now how I was supposed to be helped. 2% of 2 people, huh? That's not how math works. Yeah, I did. Yeah, well, that's one of those things that it felt a little bit like it might end up being confusing. but there weren't a lot of better options once you get there. Like, there weren't a lot of ways to make the wrong choice once you get there, which is good. That's a really good way to make sure a hint works, too, is if it's not something where there's a lot of bad choices. People, you'll figure it out. You read the name again. Read the name again. Bullet Bill's Everlasting Troll. You wouldn't softlock me at the end for a joke. Wow. No, the joke is that you had a lot of leftover space for launchers, isn't it? I guess I'll hold right until I either get squished or get through. Okay, there it is. There it is. There it is. That's the joke. Glad we made it through before we ran out of lives. Almost left without it. Glad we almost made it through without running out of life, but there's still time. Oh. Okay, go back in and get it. 2% of 2 people would be 2 toes. I would read just a little bit. Oh, no, actually, yeah, it would be that. It would be, that I would just read 1 in 50 messages for each. You're welcome. See? I'm even more reliable than that. Reliability goes up with less people. Sports. Dude, yeah, maybe that's what I should have. Maybe I should have a channel point reward for shut up and lock in. Where I turn off the teleprompter for like 5 minutes and I don't read chat for 5 minutes and I was gonna say put on sunglasses, but oh, I use the fucking UV light to turn my glasses into sunglasses. Maybe? I don't know. Not necessary. There's gotta be something. Something lock-in appropriate. Ooh, headband. I don't have a headband. I could tie a little headband on. Taking damage anyway, so I don't have to care. Okay. And now we just hang out. Now we just hang out in our cool. Boom boom. It's just gonna go right by. I hope. No forgetty. No chat reading distraction. Uh-oh. Violated the rules already. We're gonna drop something over there. This is the safe spot. Right here. This would be a good place to put 1-ups. This would be a really good place to put 1-ups in every single one of these. Some of them will spit, and they could spit 1-ups. Boom, boom. Goodbye. There it is. GG. Yeah, that was good. That was good. That was good. That was a good length. Oh, 42 minutes. Jesus Christ. Some of that was us being stupid, but that felt like a good length. We didn't get mad at how long we were in there. I feel like some of that was us being stupid. Yeah. Nothing pissed me off. You know, I still feel like it's never a bad idea. Oh, it was optional too. Never a bad idea to have an ante, just try to always have a mercy in case somebody's stupid. But it was very easy to get through. Yeah, you're welcome for playing. We'll be back. We should be back tomorrow night. I'm gonna stream the direct, but I'll probably still stream Mario Maker that night unless we get something really good. Yeah, it seemed pretty painless, and I didn't see a lot of other places for issues, which is also important. I don't feel like the ante was hard enough. Yeah, we're not going to play it, but I am going to go in there and game over so that we have lives and I don't forget next time, because that'll piss me off. Who needs to be more pissed off? I don't think the ante was anywhere near difficult enough to really need a mercy mechanic. I'm trying to die. Quit saving me. Mostly with the length of beginning to CP1. Can be tough. Die a few more. Oh, maybe the spike's faster. Spike's fast. Just giving the spike a little kiss. Yeah, I fucked up jumping. You know, especially with, like, the fact that we have a relatively standardized spike in every other style. I think this level I give out 1-up's good. Yeah, especially if you are going back and re-uploading the Super World, that might be worth just doing wherever you can. We get a lot esports on Game Over, which is nice. Abboton World gave you a lot of lives. Yeah, I feel like there was one I played where they really fucked up with the lives. Oh, I'm thinking of Boom Boom World. Boom Boom World in general was good about it, but occasionally would make you really work to get a single 1-up after each one, and it felt really bad. It felt really, really bad. The very last level, it was really easy to forget the 1-up and run past it right away. Yeah. I was thinking about that today. Because I have a lot of criticism for Hollow Knight, but and first impressions are important, and I feel like they miss those a little bit. But I think what's more important with the game, with the level, with anything that's an experience like that, like a linear experience. Bye. See you later, Dazzle. We'll be back playing viewer levels again tomorrow night, and I'll be yelling at the direct tomorrow morning when it goes. I don't know why anyone would want. The end of a game, the end of a level, the last thing you experience is so important in any type of video game experience, because that's the thing that you're going to remember. I am not going to remember how good the intro room was in a level from Yimmy, from Colombia, from anybody, but I am going to remember if, like, the last thing was hilarious and really great, or if the last thing was a saw blade I couldn't figure out how to jump over, and a giant mess of anxiety before finally letting me leave. And I was thinking about that with Donkey Kong Bonanza, because Bonanza was it was a really good, really, really fun experience, but the end game pivot, when you get to what appears to be the end, and then it goes completely off the rails, was so fucking spectacular. And I'm not going to spoil it. I really feel like you should just play it. It was so fucking good. Man, is that important. And, like, Boom Boom World was great, but how bad that last level was, just, it feels so bad. It felt so fucking bad. It felt so bad to shit the bed that badly. With the last experience. Building the Fishbowl troll from Dragunite. Rosa SM. Oh, yeah, this is for that same contest. Was this in the Discord, or is there somewhere else that people are posting that? That Doug contest. Yeah, somebody's talking about that yesterday. That's why we couldn't figure out what the hell the pun was in that first one. Hopefully your last level does not disappoint. Please, for the love of God, don't backload all the meanest things you can think of. Or honestly, the bet hedging in Mario Maker, I feel like, is to just go easy at the end of a Super World. At the end of the Super World, you want to celebrate the nicest things, like make a troll. Not for you, just like Blue Sky, I'm gonna make a troll Super World. I think the right thing to do for the last level is to make a troll level where you can't die, where every single troll is like a visual celebration of your favorite trolls throughout the Super World and not letting you die. And that's the whole thing, that it's something really gaggy and funny. And gentle. Maybe even, oh, actually that's kind of a fun thought, is an inversion of your favorite trolls throughout the Super World, where it's very clear your goal is to die, and every single time you are not able to. The player is constantly making the wrong prediction. Oh. Okay. Oh. Getting a lot of work out of that. Getting a lot out of that spike. Pretty good. First impressions set the tone. That's important too. But I do think that lasting impression is one of the most important things. And that's why I keep looping back to Bonanza, because how good the ending was on Bonanza, like, legitimately flipped it around from like a solid like 8.5 out of 10 to just a 10 out of 10, maybe 9.5 out of 10. It definitely felt like probably the best 3D platformer I've ever played. It checked all the boxes. I like digging and exploring that way generally. The only thing I think they could have done more of is it just... Oh, it's nothing? Oh, it's... I can't jump. I can't jump up. Oh, I hate it. It's like... I feel like it's... I don't feel like it's overdone. I just feel like it's only good once. But especially if you're trying to think of like lightweight beginner trolls, that one makes sense and is funny. Can I hold up there? I hope. Well, no, we can hold left. Hold left works. A vine we could climb onto would probably be nice from a beginner perspective, but it all works fine. I don't think I can grab that one. Oh, that's good. Okay, I'm gonna trigger the donut and then I'm just gonna get off. Okay, there we go. And now we can just go in. Good stuff. Yeah, good stuff. That's a lot for the first room, but they were well set up. They were well set up. Esports. Bye. Back. Back to make noises. Welcome back. Hold left. That's not the wait. Was there a long wait there? We trigger that. Oh no, we don't trigger that. We go down there. And then we get out there. Spike ball wait was a little... Oh yeah. Yeah, I feel like waiting for something for a trigger like that isn't too bad. That was weird. But this is much better than a room that says save. I think this is the perfect example of the laziest possible diorama. It's a room with a couple of things that don't matter, and just some enemies you thought were cute. That's great. That's so much better than a room that says esports. Save in it. Sports. Woo. I hate that berry is not animated. Aw. Aw. I thought he'd be able to open the block. Thanks, Super Mario World. Thanks for nothing. Yeah. I like this checkpoint room. Baby, don't hurt me. Well, if you're gonna do it. Silly. Yeah, I think the one thing that, oh my god. The one thing that, Bonanza was missing is we got more, like, linear-ish platforming experiences in the final stretch. I think that the game would have benefited with alternating linear platforming experiences like that in the core exploration mechanic. And I think less is more would have made the exploration stuff feel really satisfying. Okay, I did it. Is it wrong somehow? Oh, what the fuck? What the... Fine. I get all of it. Okay. Explore more on that CPU one. Okay. There's probably more. Oh, look. The same joke. Oh, wait. Am I... No, even if I drop down, they're still going to get me, right? Yeah, there's no underhang. What did we miss? Late message? Oh. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, it was a message for the thing that's going to happen. Oops. I was just going to jump and then I was going to go through the pipe. But otherwise, I feel like Bonanza was a perfect experience for a 3D platformer. Not my favorite game on Earth, but I think that is the absolute best anyone has ever done a collectathon 3D platform. Physics were wonderful and satisfying. Combat was... combat stayed out of the way. Combat was fine for what it was. It was very good for what it was. Where's the turnaround? Should I... Oh, is it right here? Should I just touch the branch and come back, maybe? I hope that's what it is. I hope it's not some weird spot that I can't see there, but at least there's some landmarks so we can get an idea of where to turn around, but... I don't know. close to the checkpoint. It's not the end of the world. I hate doing it twice, but it's not that long. I'm gonna try just touching the branch. Okay. Just past the branch? Okay, there it is. Just past the branch, and then we're good. God damn it. God damn it. I really wonder if in Donkey Kong Bonanza, it was made by the same team who made Mario Odyssey, and the collectible moon equivalent was bananas. Oh, there it is. And I wonder how much of the rules, like, of the fact that, because we use bananas as to buy skill points, to get skill points. I wonder if they wanted to do that for Mario Odyssey and Nintendo just said no. No skill points for Mario. Mario's not allowed to have skill points. Man, did it really change the game on a large number of collectibles to just... Today, fishies. Really changed the game on letting us spend the collectible on something. Because they were just worthless in Mario Odyssey. It wasn't the end of the world. It was fun to explore and fun to play, but I never felt compelled to look for all of them. They didn't feel like episodic the way stars felt in Mario 64. They didn't feel important. Got him. Oh, fine. Oh, we got the next checkpoint. Cool. That was fast. God damn, was that fast. That's for trying to do a beginner level thing, though. I think that's really good pacing. Okay, never mind. I was curious if those would break if we hit the block, and if it was possible for us to hit the block without touching the ice, but no, and none of it mattered. And I do think that if you're going... P-Weight was minor. Oh, did we have a... minor? I hardly know her. Did we have a P-Weight? I guess I didn't feel it out. I didn't think about it. I'm getting tired. Maybe it's less useful. But yeah, it didn't stick out. If you're going for a beginner level, though, I do feel like people going slow and plotting and waiting to see what's happening is pretty likely, though. So positional triggers are probably better than time triggers whenever possible. I guess that can feel kind of annoying for people. I'm not sure what I learned. Am I supposed to go under there? Yeah. I'm not sure what I learned. I'll give it another shot. There were layers. There were layers to that. Okay. Am I going too early? Look, I love a good dick troll. Really, really love a good dick troll, but I don't want to keep getting dick after I'm, you know, done. Okay, I think we just have to wait till it gets triggered and then we don't get dick. Oh, I heard a claw. I think it is positional. That's good. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we were supposed to go in there. Unclear hint. Yeah, unclear. Very difficult to understand, but... Oh, weird. No other good choices to make, especially since my next thought was going to be... esports. Go on the donut block, and then jump off, and it looks like that's block 2. So then the player probably would have... Esports have to try that. Coffee. Okay. Oh my god. What in the fuck is all this shit I'm dodging in this fucking Rube Goldberg machine at the end of the level? Oh. Somebody kill me so I can see what the hell's happening. Oh, should have dropped in the hole, huh? I should have just dropped in the hole. Oh, was that it? I just have to go and wait? Okay, I guess we'll see. Probably go on the vine. But now we get to see what else we skipped there. Uh-oh. I don't know what that was. I'm gonna die on the spike. Ugh. I guess we should have looked. Oops. Missed the joke. Yeah, I think I did. I should have gone and looked. I feel like if you're trying to do a beginner E thing or a gentle thing, you're not going to do a horrible anti-soft lock, but I also feel like unleash the peen. Okay, we got to wait till that gets hit, and then we go over there. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Oh my god. God damn it. Oh, wait a sec. Did I get CP? No, this isn't CP1. This is a different room. CP1 had the little diorama. That room is threadbare. That's still better than a room that says save. Although, you could make a room that said save, and then change it to Dave, and then be like, I thought your name was Dave. Maybe. I don't know. Lazy. There's probably some name joke there. Yeah, I don't understand what's going on with that thing hitting twice, but it works. Yeah, if it's not horrible, that spike feels like if you want to give the player... Okay, they're all back in pipe gags. That's what we skipped. If you want to, make sure the player has an opportunity to die in the event of a soft lock, hidden block, like a hidden boo block, can serve probably a little better. And I am not the target audience for this level. What I was told about the contest was beginner friendly, or somebody who doesn't play a lot of troll levels, but does play Mario Maker, that they're for a specific streamer. But from the perspective of they should be beginner friendly, or the goal is kind of beginner friendly. That's a lot of back and pipe stuff. Some way to avoid the soft lock that isn't immediately visible might be smarter than giving the player an easy way to die, just in case they're familiar with anti-soft locks. So I think I do this, yeah, and then I trigger it, and then I can go home. We're gonna see if anything changes here with that now that we're appropriately positioned, but it doesn't seem like it. Now I get the key. So let's go. Let's see what the rest of this is. But yeah, you could easily hide, you could hide a, if there's an anti-soft lock concern, you could hide like a boo here. Or you could hide a boo here. I mean, there's no way, right? Fail. I mean, I don't think I missed too much of a joke. It's fine. It's goofy, but yeah, I would definitely remove the spike. I think it's a good idea to always plan for a potential soft lock, but I can't imagine how one would be there. And as long as the player tries to go backwards and runs into the death, they'll do it, you know. Was this posted in the Discord? I didn't see this one, but there were a lot of just chat messages in there, so I might have missed it. But did you find this in the playtesting Discord? Very good night. I'm pretty sure they're in there. But it's probably in there, so I can send them the VOD. I assume people appreciate that. If they don't, Discord has that conveniently placed block button. Okay, I think we're good, though. Yeah, overall, I think pretty good experience. Yeah, pretty good experience. You follow the maker. I got you. Yeah, overall, a pretty good experience. There was nothing crazy, nothing exceptionally painful or that stuck out. Was there an ante? I don't feel like there even was an ante. I'm definitely fading. If you're watching the VOD, I played a lot of troll levels today. I had a lot of fun with it, but I'm definitely fading a little. It was really fun, though. I had a lot of fun with that. Boop. I think I've played some other stuff from Dragunite. For a long time, I was very selective about creators that I would follow, but I realized, especially with troll levels, that's stupid. I should follow everybody who makes troll levels. Esports. Swamp Yuck. Super Garbio Maker. I am rethinking that choice. All aboard the Goomba Express. Luigi likes the troll. Nintendo approved level. It's still probably a good idea, though. Looks like they've made a number of trolls. I am not going to look at Garbage Maker right now. I am going to do one versus... What do we got? 3 viewers? And then we'll probably wrap it up. Yeah, we'll just wrap it up. Unless it explodes somehow. I don't know. Maybe I need to rethink the only 3 thing. But no, even if... or only 5 or more. You did play Thwomp Yuck? Okay. I wonder if I liked it. Let's see if we can find it before it's too late. Before I'm locked in here. Yuck. Was it YUK? No. YUC? Thwomp Yuck. YUC. We did not boo it, but we did not heart it. Or it recorded it wrong. That's also possible. But I don't have a boo for it. We played it back on 2/12. The fucking memory on you, Colum, but I really appreciate that. Oh. Ooh, hey, 1v1. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for that. Man, I wish... eventually we might be able to have... I mean, we log it, so there's always that. But man, I can't remember the stuff I played 6 months ago. I believe you can. Reach the goal after grabbing 50. Oh, it's gonna be lanes of... I am red. I go in green pipe. I'm going yellow pipe. I don't care. I'm going in green pipe. 4 lane. Feels good though. Feels low latency. It definitely feels like Mario Maker may have gotten better, and I wonder how much of that is the struggling... well, at least it's not... Well, it is still pretty tiny. How much of that is the struggling Switch stuff being better when there are just less players on a Switch 1? Like, I wonder how much the Switch 2 is compensating for the Switch 1 and making it better. But either way, it's really nice that we're having more good matches. Ugh. If only we could just not do 4 lanes. If only we could pick a couple of tags to favor in level selection. How nice would that be? Yeah, it's just a stupid ghost race. I don't have any real idea how far ahead or behind me he is. Now I do. The bad experience. Liking it is bad is wrong. Enjoying this experience is incorrect. Or objectively wrong. Because it's just a race. It's just a bad race. It's just a bad ghost, is what you're doing. But it is really nice that we're having a better experience with Versus. We might be able... Maybe I'll start routinely warming up with Versus again, now that it's been better. But it's funny, and sometimes it's really fun. And a lot of times it's fucking that. Yeah, maybe I need to rethink the 5 minimum. I'll think about it. I'll ask other people. Because, especially with the way... I'm not going to call anybody out, but... The way they've changed how lurkers work... Okay, well, it's not a ton. There's a couple, though. But the way they changed how lurkers work means that it's showing a much lower number than it would have previously. I know everybody's seeing diminishing numbers. A lot of people have been complaining about it. But it makes me think, like, well, maybe as long as it's more than 2, or more than 1, more than just me, Because when you raid with yourself, it feels like self-promotion. That always feels like self-promotion. But I don't know. I don't know where the line is. Maybe I care too much about being misinterpreted when it's really just here's a free lurker or two, which is better than nothing if it's other small people. But either way, it takes time. I'm tired of talking about it. I have to get set up for tomorrow and then go to fucking bed, and I have to eat. Have a good night. Columbus, we'll be back doing Mario Maker tomorrow night and yelling at the direct before that. I tried to get your match nice. That would be funny. You know, I have to stop. I have to go. There used to be, I used to have a thing to just have people queue for verses, but literally every single time I did it, even when Mario Maker was way busier, no one was ever ready to do verses. Every single time I had 4 people, I'd be like, okay, let's do verses, and then some of them wouldn't join. Some of them would be gone. And it's just like, well, why did you queue? And then I've almost never done it with viewers. But I wish. If Mario Maker picks up, or if we accidentally take off a little bit, and we start doing more Mario Maker, I start streaming more, I would absolutely love to be able to do, like, versus with viewers. I do not get pissed off when I'm losing, and would generally have a good time with it. Esports. There we go. I'm out of here. Have a good night, Columbus, and everybody else who's lurking. Bye.